Time now for Green Bay Bullfrog Baseball on WOCO Stereo FM. Today's game being brought to you by 24/7 Well and Pump, Island Felt Saskatchewan and Anderson, the NW Credit Union, O'Connell Pharmacy, the O'Connell Falls Insurance, Stevenson National Bank and Trust, and Woods Piggly Wiggly, also by America Inn, Brew Pub Pizza, Cellcom, Tri-City Glass, and Triangle Distributing.
Hello and welcome to a wet and rainy Joanne Stadium. My name is the light voice of the Bullfrogs. You're listening to the WOCO Bullfrogs pregame show. The Bullfrogs are set to host the Rockford Rivets here on Game 1 of this two-game home series against the Rivets. The Bullfrogs last night would drop a game to Wisconsin Rapids Raptors at home 4-7. They would go 0-2 against the Raptors to start off the second half of the season, as it is a new season for the Bullfrogs. The second half, in fact, they would finish in ninth place to end out the top of the first half of the season, I should say. And then the second half, not off to the best start, as they are now 0-2 on the year. With that being said, plenty of games to go, and the Bullfrogs did face off against the first half division champions. Today, the Bullfrogs are facing off against the Rockford Rivets here, Game 2 of the three-game homestand. We will give you a look at the teams around the league and what they are up to today. Starting things off, of course, here in Green Bay are the Rockford Rivets, as they have traveled for the two-game homestand for the Bullfrogs. The Rivets coming off of a win against the Lakeshore Chinooks. They split against the team, 1-1. In the bottom of the third inning, the Wisconsin Rapids Raptors lead that Lakeshore Chinooks team 2-0. In the bottom of the second, the St. Cloud Rocks currently have a 2-0 lead over the Waterloo Bucks. The Eau Claire Express are tied up with the Rochester Hawkers 0-0. The Rockford Rivets, of course, here in Green Bay to face off against the Bullfrogs. In the top of the fifth inning, the Madison Mallards are currently trailing the Battle Creek Bombers in Michigan 3-0. The Wilmer Stingers are tied up with the Mankato Moondogs 0-0 in the bottom of the first. The Kalamazoo Growlers are in Wausau taking on the Wisconsin Woodchucks. Their game just got underway, tied up 0-0. The Dock Spiders and the Kingfish just got underway. That game in Kenosha. The Duluth Huskies in Wisconsin taking on the La Crosse Loggers. That game just got underway, 0-0. And the Thunder Bay Border Cats out in North Dakota taking on the Larks. That game just started also 0-0. The league table from last night's games. The Rochester Honkers drop a game to the St. Cloud Rocks, 4-7. The Wisconsin Rapids Raptors, of course, defeated the Green Bay Bullfrogs here in Joanne Stadium, 7-4. The Thunder Bay Border Cats beat the Mankato Moondogs on the road 9-7. The La Crosse Loggers grab a road win as well. They just edge out the Eau Claire Express 9-8. The Waterloo Bucks beat the Wilmer Stingers 5-3. The Madison Mallards lost a road game against the Kalamazoo Growlers 6-9, who are notably 2-0 on this second half of the season. Of course, that's the team that managed less than 10 wins during the first half of the year. The Fond du Lac Dock Spiders beat the Wisconsin Woodchucks last night 8-5. The Kenosha Kingfish dropped a game to the Battle Creek Bombers 3-12. The Bismarck Larks lost to the Duluth Huskies 6-10, and the Lakeshore Chinooks lost to this Rockford Rivet team that find themselves here in Green Bay tonight. We'll go and tell you your starting lineups for the night for both teams, and then we'll tell you, of course, the standings throughout the Northwoods League. There is a 10-minute delay here in Green Bay, but it could be a bit more for the pitchers to warm up. Starting things off with the Rockford Rivets, we'll start from the top of the lineup. Batting first, playing center field, will be Ryan Hutchinson. Batting second and behind the plate, showing the signs, that'll be Hunter Fiducia. Batting third, Brian Klein, the third baseman tonight. Out playing right field will be J.C. DeMurray. He's the cleanup hitter also tonight. Batting fifth and playing second base will be Neil Tyrell. And over at shortstop right next to him and batting in the sixth hole will be Trevor Paradowski. Playing left field is Kean O'Brien. That's a player that this Rockford Rivets team picked up from the Madison Mallards. Patrick Loeffler, the first baseman tonight, he'll be batting in the 8-hole. And rounding things out, and the designated hitter for the Rivets tonight, Zach Reams. Starting out on the bump for the Rivets, it'll be Brad Littleton. And your lineup for your Green Bay Bullfrogs. Alonzo Jones is leading things off as always. That's what has been the case here recently. The center fielder tonight for the Frogs out of Vanderbilt. Tanner Poole will follow him up, playing right field tonight. Batting third will be the left fielder out of Gonzaga, Troy Johnston. The designated hitter and the cleanup hitter is Kyle Bino. Batting fifth and playing first base for the Frogs, moving over from third base, is Alex Pinner. Ben Hart moves over to third to fill in for Pinner's spot. He is batting sixth. Batting seventh is Riley Smith, the second baseman out of Minnesota. He's batting in the 7-hole. In the 8-hole is the newcomer to the team, Richie Tecco. He's the shortstop also. And behind the plate for the second night in a row is Zach Plunkett. Last night, Plunkett would hit the solo shot over the left field wall, his second home run of the season, first at home. And your starting pitcher on the night for the Bullfrogs, his first time starting for the Frogs this season, and his first game appearing in a Bullfrogs uniform, it will be Matt Goitia. Goitia, of course, last season spent his summer in St. Cloud, actually, playing for the Rocks. Just played in a few games, that was. And then plays his college ball for Riverside Community City College. Wood redshirt this past season. And so we'll see what he's got here for the Bullfrogs today. He gets the nod out on the bump for the Frogs. Take a look at the stats for Brad Littleton, the starter for the Rockford Rivets. Riverton has just 2 starts on the year, has 15 innings pitched. He's walked 7 batters and struck out 5. Has allowed 13 earned runs in those 15 innings pitched for a 7.80 ERA. About time for the first pitch, and very notably enough, it is the WWE Hall of Famer himself, Jimmy Hart, the mouth of the South. Welcome to Green Bay, Jimmy. That's great. The second WWE Hall of Famer to actually come out to Green Bay. Booker T, of course, back here on opening night and threw out their first pitch and signed autographs. Jimmy Hart, before the game here tonight, signed his autographs. I think he's actually going to have a question and answer session after the game, so that'll be fun to watch. Of course, I won't get to be a part of it, but I'm sure many of the fans here will participate in it. If you're listening here in the stadium, go on over to the picnic area to listen in on what Hart has to say. I got to speak with him very briefly earlier, and a really nice guy. He's happy to be here, pumped up about some WWE wrestling. And of course, as you would imagine, all sorts of guys brought out all kinds of different things for him to sign, anything from chairs to action figures to PlayStation games. I mean, it was great to see. And we'll give you your quick standings across the Northwoods League here in the South Division, and then we'll throw to the break for the national anthem. The Wisconsin Rapids Raptors continuing their good play into the second half of the year. They swept the Bullfrogs in the first series 2-0. The Battle Creek Bombers managed to sweep the Kingfish. They are 2-0 on the year. The Kalamazoo Growlers sweep the Mallards. They are 2-0 on the year. The Rockford Rivets split. The Dock Spiders split. The Lakeshore Chinooks split. And the Wisconsin Woodchucks split. And then so your bottom 3 teams in the Northwoods League South Division here for the bottom half is Kenosha Kingfish, Green Bay Bullfrogs, and Madison Mallards. So we're going to step aside for the national anthem. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
At 24/7 well and pump service, we mean just that. Water will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407. And a licensed professional will come out to your site, whether it is a water system installation, repair, well inspection, or install underground water lines. They'll be there. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407. We're in the Oconto Falls area Yellow Pages. 24/7 well and pump service. Fireside Road, O'Connell Falls.
Visiting teams and combinations are brought to you by American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. For toll-free reservations, contact 800-634-3444. American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. Welcome to genuine American Inn hospitality. Over the past 60 years, Triangle Distributing has maintained itself as a leader in the market as it has responded to the changes in product innovation and consumer demands. It is in this commitment to employees, customers, community, and supplier partners that has enabled them to remain one of the best and most respected distributors in our state.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wisconsin. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Hello and welcome to Green Bay, Wisconsin, here at Joe Annie Stadium. My name is Nolan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs. The Bullfrogs set to host the Rockford Rivets for this two-game home series. The Bullfrogs facing off against the Rivets for the fifth time here tonight. They are 0-4 against the Rivets in previous contests. Notably, they have been in some very close games with the Rivets this season. In fact, two games that the Frogs would lead late into the contest both times. The Frogs starting pitcher on the night will be Matt Goitia. His first start in a Bullfrogs uniform, and in fact his first time in a Bullfrogs uniform, would come to the club just a few days ago, and getting him the nod on the mound tonight for the Frogs. The right-handed pitcher out of Riverside City College will look to try to get things started on the right foot here. Bullfrogs' first pitch tonight was thrown out by Jimmy Hart, Mouth of the South WWE Hall of Famer. He'll be out in the picnic area doing a question and answer during the game. Really nice guy. Got to talk to him before the game. Signed autographs, took pictures. I mean, he was loving it, and the fans were loving it too. They lined up nearly out of the gate to talk to him as we have a scattered crowd here tonight. Of course, that's what you would imagine would happen when you look at the radar and it is just rain, rain, rain. It won't go away. However, we have seen a break in the action of precipitation here tonight right now. There's no rain coming down now. It's a wet and soggy field, but it looks like we're going to get underway here with a 7:25 start or so. The Bullfrogs game today, of course, was set for 7:05. They have their of course, delayed because of the rain. The Bullfrogs had to take the tarp off, put it back on. You have to get the guys to get some practice throws in, and et cetera, whatever you have to do before the game, however. So the game was pushed out back a bit, but it shouldn't affect too much. Of course, the Green Bay Bullfrogs game today, the only game that was postponed a bit. But nonetheless, looks like we are about to get underway here. Due up in the top of the first inning for the Rockford Rivets will be Ryan Hutchinson, Hunter Fiducia, and Brian Klein. Ryan Hutchinson, the center fielder, will dig in and start things underway. And, of course, Matt Goitia comes set, the right-handed pitcher out of Riverside City College. We'll see what he's got for the Bullfrogs. Last night, the Bullfrogs will get their first looks at Garrett Gooden as Goitia throws in a fastball 82 miles per hour, then runs inside a 1-0 count. Gooden last night in his first appearance in a Bullfrogs uniform would pitch well. Pitched the 8th and 9th inning for the Bullfrogs, not allowing a run. 1-0 pitch, swung on, pop up right side, foul territory. Alex Pinner, the first baseman, running over, but can't make the grab. It bounces out of play over towards the Liney's deck on the right side. Of course, the beer garden here in Green Bay. So the count will move to 1-1. Garrett Gooden would allow just one hit in his entire time out on the bump last night. Of course, just 2 innings, but he would strike out 2. 1-1. Breaking ball that runs high and wide. A 2-1 count now. Goitia comes set. The righty kicks the leg and sends in the 2-1. Fastball swung on a launched fly ball left field at the warning track and gone. A home run for Ryan Hutchinson's will lead off the game. Not a great way to start things out here in Green Bay, as Hutchinson's launched that one. It was a fastball left over the plate, and Hutchinson's made him pay for it. Rockford Rivets take a 1-0 lead here with no outs on the board in the top of the first inning. That's how you start the game off with a bang. Wow. That'll bring up Hunter Fiducia, the catcher tonight for the Rockford Rivets. The lefty stands in, and the first pitch to him. Fastball swung on. That's a pop-up foul territory in front of the dugout of the Rivets, but it will bounce in front of the club seating over on the left side, third base side, that is. An 0-1 count. Hunter Fiducia out of Louisiana State Units. The sophomore left-handed hitter stands in this past season at Units. He would bat .394. 0-1. Breaking ball that just misses the zone. Evens the count, a ball and a strike. That one must have just been a bit high and wide. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled away right side. Moves the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Rockford Rivets, of course, coming off of a win 4-2 against the Lakeshore Chinooks. However, the night before that, they would lose by double digits. Actually, were featured on ESPN as the Lakeshore Chinooks would manage to get on for their first triple play of their franchise history. That one's fouled away. Count will remain a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch. Fouled away left side. Will stay in a ball and 2 strikes. 1 out on the board, or rather, no outs on the board. Scoreboard got ahead of me as it resets and tries to catch up here. Goitia kicks the legs in the 1-2. Runs high and wide. An 81-mile-per-hour fastball. A 2-2 count here with no outs on the board. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball that runs wide. And a full count now. Of course, it would be off of a Lakeshore player also. He would have managed 2. That's not just 1, but 2 cycles in 3 days. Payoff pitches swung on, fouled away left side. Count will remain. I mean, that's pretty impressive. What do you think about it? According to the broadcaster for the Rivets, it was the second time that particular batter had hit into a triple play. Payoff pitch, swung on a launch fly ball deep into left. That's back at the warning track. Johnson makes the grab. A big sigh of relief from the pitcher out on the mound, Goitia. And everyone in the stadium, as it looked like it might be 2 home runs in a row to lead off the game. However, not enough umph on that one from the batter, Fiducia, and it's a fly out to left. That will bring up Brian Klein, the third baseman. Klein, the left-handed hitter, stands in. Rivets in their all-gray uniforms with gold numbers and gold stripes across their legs. First pitch comes across for a strike, 0-1. Finds lower inside corner. Stripe down their legs, rather, I can say. Should say. They do support the stirrups tonight, however. 0-1 pitch. Fastball. Fouled away left side. Up and away past the grandstands and into the park behind the stadium here. So no balls and 2 strikes with an out on the board. Top of the first inning, Rivets lead 1-0 off of a solo shot to lead off the game from Ryan Hutchinson. 0-2 pitch runs low. Breaking ball, 1-2. Klein stands in, awaiting. The 1-2 to him. Swung on a launched fly ball into right. Foul. Rivets are showing their strength tonight. a home run to lead off the game, then a fly out that was on the warning track and left. And that one, if Klein is just a little later on, is way out of here. Ortia, the righty, kicks the leg, sends in the 1-2. Breaking ball, swung on, grounded right side, off the bag. Underhand toss to Ortia, and he beats out Klein to the bag. Alex Pinner there to make the squeeze and to give the little underhand toss to retire. So a fly out to left and a ground down to first puts 2 outs on the board. That'll bring up J.C. DeMurray, the right fielder. DeMurray out of Quincy University. He's finished up his junior year. Righty stands in, awaiting. Ortia sends it to him. Fouled off the bat and right back into the backstop. An 0-1 count. Dimensions here in Green Bay, 326 down the left field line. And 332 in right center field. It's a little shorter once you get to the Liney's Day. But there is no posting of it. We're about 390 dead center. 1-1. Fouled off the end of the bat. A 1-2 count now. Bullfrogs trail the Rivets 1-0. And Goitia, the righty from Riverside, sends in the 1-2. Breaking ball, swung on, grounded to hard at third. Throw across the field in time. 3 outs on the board. Bullfrogs get out of the top of the first inning in order after Goitia allowed a home run to lead off the game. That'll do it for the WOCO Sports Stream here in the first frame. On to the second half of this one we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Honey, get the camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting it? Honey, get the camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast.
Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we can use him on special teams.
But not to kick, right?
We'll see.
It's Cellcom's Customer Appreciation Celebrations. Get smartphones from the top 2 brands for just $0.01 each, along with food prizes and sales on accessories. Cellcom, built for you. Available day of event only. New 2-year activation qualified upgrade required. Restrictions apply. Visit cellcom.com/celebrate for details.
Hello and welcome back to Joe Stadium here, bottom of the first inning, about to get underway. The Bullfrogs trail the Rockford Rivets 1-0 as the Rivets would manage a solo shot to lead off the game. It's a fly ball over the left field wall and really a no-doubter from Ryan Hutchinson's. Not the best way to start your time out on the mound for the Bullfrogs in Goitia, but he does respond with 3 straight outs after the homer. Bottom of the first inning about to get underway here. Alonzo Jones is due up for the Bullfrogs, as it will be the 1-2-3 hitters, Poole and Johnston on deck and in the hole. Alonzo Jones, the switch hitter out of Vanderbilt, stands in. Brad Littleton kicks the leg and sends in a fastball that runs wide, 84 miles per hour, 1-0. Littleton on the season for the Rockford Rivets, posting an ERA of 7.80. He has had his struggles. 1-0. Fastball fouled off the bat and into the backstop. 1-1. Jones just underneath of it. Either team really didn't get an opportunity to warm up after the game, or before the game, I should say. 1-1 pitch, so 1 gone and missed. 1-2. Of course, they had to pull the tarp, and after the coaches' meeting, everything went underway. No one really got any batting practice or long tosses in, so everyone's a bit cold tonight. 1-2 pitch. That's a breaking ball that runs low. A 2-2 count now, no outs on the board. Alonzo Jones dug in for the Bullfrogs. The sophomore outfielder from Vanderbilt University. 2-2 pitch to him. Fastball wide, 86 miles per hour that time. A full count, Jones fights back. Jones a part of that Vanderbilt team that went all the way to the Super Regionals and joined the Bullfrogs about 16 games ago or so. Takes a cut at the payoff pitch, fouls it away left side. Bit late on that one. Count will remain 3-2. This past season for the Commodores, Jones would bat .221 in limited playing time. Payoff. Swung on, grounded right side, foul. Over towards the bullpen of the Bullfrogs. A little late on one and a little early on that one. Jones will step out, take a deep breath, and stand back in. Jones, a guy from Georgia, Columbus, Georgia, in fact. He stands in, the payoff to him. Fastball, or breaking ball that runs inside, actually. It's an off-speed pitch from Littleton, but it missed low and inside at the shins of Alonzo Jones. He knew it right away. Threw the bat over to first and jogged over there. So with no outs on the board, Bullfrogs with their first runner on in Jones. Jones has been great as a leadoff hitter for the Bullfrogs this season. Coming to the game was batting .365. Starts the game off with a walk for the Bullfrogs, and Tanner Poole, the right fielder, digs in. The righty out of Mississippi State. First pitch to him. Fastball swung on, grounded to the gap. Base hit for Poole. And 2 runners on now here in the bottom of the first for the Frogs. Of course, after allowing a home run to lead off the game, they're going to need some type of offensive prowess here in the bottom half of the first to really bounce back. Of course, last night would lose 7-4 against the Wisconsin Rapids Raptors. Troy Johnston, the left fielder out of Gonzaga, will dig in. Standing on deck for the Frogs is Kyle Bino. Troy Johnson this season for the Bullfrogs, batting .257 on the year. The lefty stands in, and Littleton checks the runner at second and deals. Fastball wide, 1-0. In a game that the Bullfrogs would lose because of some defensive errors. 4 errors on the night against the Bullfrogs, and 3 unearned runs would come across in the contest. Of course, the Frogs lost by 3. It would be the difference. 1-1. Breaking ball that finds the outside corner. A 1-1 count now. Troy Johnston leading the team in RBIs this year with 18. Second on the team would be Kyle Bino with 14. He's on deck. 1-1 from Littleton. Breaking ball way wide. About hip level as well. 2-1 count here after that one. The Bullfrogs come into the game on a bit of a skid. Currently on a 4-game losing streak. The longest in the Northwoods League currently, tied with the Madison Mallards. 2-1. Fastball swung on, line drive right field. That's going to drop fair. Alonzo Jones rounding third. He's going to come around and score, and Tanner Poole will be held up over at third. It's an RBI single for Troy Johnston, and the Bullfrogs tied up here in the bottom of the first, 1-1. A well-hit ball by Troy Johnston, and he continues to play well in the top half of this lineup. Has hit around third or fifth just about every single game this year that he's started in. And there's a reason that he keeps finding himself there in those spots. It's because he's so well when he's got runners in scoring position. So with no outs on the board and 2 runners on, Kyle Bino will dig in. The right-handed hitter out of Youngstown State. 14 RBIs on the season. First pitch he sees, swung on and missed. A nice breaking ball from Littleton fools Bino there way underneath of it. 2-2. Benio normally a first pitch hitter. You throw him something close to the zone, he's going to take a whack at it. Littleton, the righty, comes set. Checks the runner at third and sends in the 0-1. It's wide and it moves the count to 1-1. Littleton out of Coal City, Illinois. Just finished up his freshman season at Indiana. That's the right-handed pitcher for the Rivets. Johnston takes the lead over at first. 1-1 pitch right across the plate for a strike. 1-2. Peanut Gallery here thought that one was outside. And Alex Pinner stands on deck for the Frogs. Benio digs back in. Supporting the shin guard on his left tonight. Throw back to first. Johnson gets away, and it gets away from the first baseman. Tanner Poole comes across and easily scores for the Bullfrogs. Troy Johnston hasn't really taken off for second too many times this season. But Littleton worried about him, throws it over to first, gets away from him. It bounced in the dirt, and first baseman Loeffler couldn't do anything but turn around and scramble after it. Tanner Poole was standing over at third, waiting for it to happen the whole time, and easily jogged across to score for the Frogs. They now lead 2-1. Troy Johnson moves over to second now. Still no outs on the board. 1-2 pitch, swung on, liner to the shortstop, right into his glove. Well hit ball by Benio, but it's straight to Paradosky at shortstop. All he had to do was take 2 steps to his left. I don't even think he managed 2. It might have been just 1, and he grabbed the ball. Troy Johnston with some nice base running manages to get back to second easily. Could have been a double play opportunity for the Rivets. Alex Pinner, the switch hitter, stands in now. Littleton delivers. Ball swung on and fouled away left side. 0-1. Alex Pinner recently for the Bullfrogs has been very hot. Would manage a multi-hit day last night. He's batting all the way up to 291. 0-1 to him. Breaking ball finds the outside corner. Peanut Gallery continues to disagree with the umpire here tonight. It's a 3-man crew tonight for the Bullfrogs. Last night and the night before last, they were dealing with 2. Brad Littleton comes set, checks the runner at second. Deals in the 0-2. That one runs high, neck level, 1-2. Pinner finds himself on a 3-game tear of multi-hit days. Would manage 2 against Fond du Lac, 2 against Wisconsin Rapids in Wisconsin Rapids, and then 3 for 4 last night. On a 5-game hit streak altogether. Runner off. Throw to third. Well in time. And out on the board now for the Rivets. An ambitious play there for the Bullfrogs. Pinner watched it go by and went by low for a ball. A 2-2 count now. Rather, there's 2 outs on the board now after the line out from Benio. Troy Johnson caught stealing, trying to get over to third. And Pinner digs back in with 2 outs on the board and a 2-2 count. The delivery. Fastball way inside at the knees of Pinner. In fact, has to kind of lean away from it. A full count. The payoff pitch. Swung on a liner. Foul right side. Another well-hit ball by Alex Pinner there. Kind of takes a looping path over towards the first baseman Loeffler, but falls in foul territory about 3 or 4 feet right of the first base back. Pinner stands back in. The payoff pitch to him again. Swung on that one, fouled away left side. Third baseman Klein sprinting over to try to make a play on it, but he can't. Bullfrogs have a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. It comes off of an RBI single from Troy Johnston and a pass ball that scored, or rather a throwing error from the pitcher that scored Poole. Payoff pitch, swung on, fouled away again. So Pinner stays alive with 3 foul balls in a row, finding off some pitches he doesn't like here. He's been successful at that all season. Has been walked a grand total of 24 times, the most on the team. Payoff. Swung on, liner right side. That one's foul also. Pinner working here. You got to hope that he manages to get a base hit here after fouling away 4 now. You talk about Pinner having a pretty good time recently. Well, in the past 10 games, he's batting .448. In the last 5, .556. Has 10 hits in the past 5 games with 3 RBIs. Payoff pitch to him. Swung on, a belting fly ball in right center field at the warning track, and gone. The second home run of the season for Alex Pinner. The Bullfrogs take a 3-1 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. Alex Pinner waited for a pitch he liked. He fouled away 4 before finally taking a hefty swing at that one and launching it over the Myers sign in right center. It's a moon shot from Pinner, and he continues his good play for the Bullfrogs. The JUCO All-American out of Scottsdale Community College, a recent commitment to Mississippi State, launches one over the right field wall and gives the Bullfrogs a 3-1 lead. Ben Hart, the third baseman tonight, digs in and watches one go by for a strike. 0-1 comes in, swings and misses at that one. And he's down on the count 0-2 with 2 outs on the board. To start off this game, of course, the Bullfrogs on a 4-game skid, and the first batter for the Rivets sends one over the left field wall, and you kind of scratch your head and you almost say, not again. But here the Bullfrogs managing a 3-run inning in the bottom of the first. Ben Hart takes a cut at the 0-2 pitch, fouls away off the end of his bat, back towards the backstop. Count will remain no balls and 2 strikes. And some timely hitting for the Bullfrogs also. Troy Johnson managed the RBI single. They get some help with the throwing error. 0-2 pitch, swung on. That's a liner in shallow right center. Right fielder for the Rivets, J.C. DeMurray, gets underneath of it and makes the grab, retiring the inning. The Bullfrogs, they take a 3-1 lead here off of 3 hits in the bottom half of the frame. On to the second we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Tri-City Glass and Doors, locally owned and family operated, and has been since 1960. Specializing in commercial glass projects and automotive glass repair. Having grown up right here in Northeast Wisconsin, Tri-City understands your needs and wants to be the residential glass and door professionals you can count on. They're here for your family in all of life stages, from building an addition on your home for your newborn to applying Aquapel to your new driver's car. Additionally, they are locally owned, so there's no hoops to jump through. You can call them or come in at any time to talk directly to one of their glass and door experts.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents Margie Dahl and Oconto and Paul Huberty and Lena can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business, agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty can help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So, for all your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm agents Margie Dahl at 834-5151 and Paul Huberty at 829-5555.
Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin, here in Joe Annie Stadium. Top of the second inning, about to get underway. Bullfrogs have a 3-1 lead over the Rockford Rivets. The Rivets, they would manage a run in the top of the first inning. In fact, it was the first batter of the game. He would launch a fly ball into left that found its way into the parking lot and over the left field wall. It was a solo shot from Ryan Hutchinson to lead things off. However, then Goitia, who of course is making his first start in a Frogs uniform, would retire the next 3 batters. The Bullfrogs would put some hits together, and then Alex Pinner would hit a solo shot, and sure enough, the Bullfrogs have a 3-1 lead here. We'll see if the fireworks can continue for the Bullfrogs here. Goitia, the right-handed pitcher out of Riverside, sends in the first pitch of the second inning. It's a fastball that finds the lower inside corner, 0-1. Neil Tyrell, the second baseman, dug in here for the Rivets. Tyrell out of Lewis, CC. Is a guy that grew up in Illinois as well. Of course, Rockford, if you're not familiar with the cities, is in Illinois. 1-1 pitch, swung on. That's a fly ball in shallow center. Alonzo Jones, the center fielder, gets underneath of it and makes the grab. One retired here in the top of the second, and that'll bring up Trevor Paradosky, the shortstop. Paradosky out of Texas Tech, just finished up his freshman season where he would get just 6 at-bats. Would have batted 167 in those 6. And he stands in. First pitch to him, a breaking ball that finds the inside corner. A nice pitch from Goitia. 0-1. Paradosky on the season for the Rivets, batting .278. Takes a cut at the 0-1 pitch and fouls it away right side over in front of the dugout of the Bullfrogs, where the first base coach for the Rivets goes over and tosses it back into the dugout of the Bullfrogs. And Paradosky falls down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes here. 1 out on the board. Goitia takes the leg, sends in the 0-2. Fastball high and wide. 1-2. Goitia out of Chino, California. 1-2 pitch. Fastball, breaking ball, in fact, that swung on and fouled away right side. Spoke too soon there. Goitia with a late spin on that one. Looked like it was coming in, and last second back inside. It fooled Paradosky as he fouled it off. A ball and 2 strikes and an out on the board. Paradosky, the left-handed batter, stands in and awaits. The 1-2 swung on, fouled away left side. Paradosky stays alive, doing everything he can not to strike out here. As I'm sure you hear in the background, he is the beer batter tonight. Fans want some half-price beer. Of course, not too many fans here to cash in on the deal, and that's what you would kind of expect on a rainy, overcast, mucky day. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball that gets away from Goitia there. That one slipped on him way outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Had no stats this past season at Riverside City, as he would, of course, redshirt this past season. Transferred in fact, to Riverside after playing at Mount St. Antonio. 2-2 pitch, runs wide, a full count now. And so Paradosky, after going down on the count 0-2 and fouling away some pitches, now with a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes on the board. The payoff. Swung on, fouled away. Back into the backstop right in front of one of the floor top tables here behind home plate. The ladies there enjoying some nice ballpark food. Terrified by that one as that was going straight for them. That safety netting there for a reason. Has saved many of bad days. Goitia comes set now. The right-handed pitcher takes a leg, sends in the payoff. Swing and a miss. Crowd goes wild. Beer batter strikes out. And it's some half-price beer here for the rest of the second inning. They love it. A round of applause. And you can see all sorts of folks running over to the beer stand here. There aren't even that many people here tonight. But there's going to be a line for some half-price beer after that one. I think that's the first time all season that the beer batter has struck out the first time he's come up. Kean O'Brien, the left fielder, now digs in. Swings at the first pitch he sees. Ground ball to short. Throw to first in time. A nice play by the new shortstop on this team, Richie Tecco. And the Bullfrogs get out of the top of the second inning, putting the runners, or rather batters, down in order. 1, 2, 3. That'll do it for the top of the second. To the bottom half we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Frogs lead 3-1.
We've heard it time and time again. You want local loan decisions and servicing, faster turnaround, and answers to your questions handled right here in Oconto. At the Stevenson National Bank and Trust, we've got all of those bases covered, from local loan decisions and on-time closings to great rates and fair terms. Visit me, Bob Schwartz, at the Stevenson National Bank and Trust. I've helped many people, and now I'd like to help you with your next loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Over the past 60 years, Triangle Distributing has maintained itself as a leader in the market as it has responded to the changes in product innovation and consumer demands. It is in this commitment to employees, customers, community, and supplier partners that has enabled them to remain one of the best and most respected distributors in our state.
Combine the flavors of Italy with the heart of the Irish, add some Chicago flair, and you've got Gallagher's Pizza. For the best Chicago-style pizza north of the Illinois border, Gallagher's Pizza is your destination. Call now for delivery or pickup in Green Bay and De Pere. Gallagher's Pizza, home of the best lunch buffet in town.
Hello and welcome to Joanne Stadium. Here, bottom of the second, about to get underway, where the Bullfrogs, they've got a little spark and a little pep in their step here as they lead the Rockford Rivets 3-1. Bullfrogs on the night have managed 3 hits, one from Poole, Johnston, and Pinner. Of course, he's in a solo shot over the right field wall. It was just the second home run of the season from Alex Pinner, and really a home run that was due. Would lead off the season with a home run in the home opener and hadn't had one since. Got one tonight, however, as Riley Smith swings at the first pitch he sees. A fly ball to left, and the play is made by the left fielder. A leaping grab at the wall retires Riley Smith. What a play from Ken O'Brien. It's a ball that is launched all the way to left. O'Brien at the warning track and at the wall, jumps up, makes the grab, and bangs into that concrete wall out there. Richie Tecco now digs in. First pitch he sees, fastball, ran across Broadway, 0-1. A 1 pitch, swung on, that's a pop-up in the infield. Second baseman Neil Tyrell and first baseman get over towards it. First baseman Loeffler makes the snag over Neil Tyrell. And it's 2 down off of 2 pitches. That'll bring up Zach Plunkett, the catcher. Plunkett, the 9-hole hitter tonight for the Bullfrogs. Right-handed hitter out of Arkansas. Last night would manage a solo shot for the Bullfrogs. His second home run of the season. First here at home. You got to wonder if maybe it's because of his new jersey number. Would switch yesterday. First pitch he sees, breaking ball, that's in there. A nice pitch from Brad Littleton. That's just his 3rd pitch of the inning, as the last 2 would be caught for outs. 0-1 pitch. Fastball. That one finds the zone. Moves the count, no balls and 2 strikes here. 2 outs on the board. Hamilton down on the count, steps back in. The TCU transfer awaits, and the 0-2 pitch goes to him. Breaking ball finds the inside corner. Plunkett is rung up. He goes down looking to finish off the second inning. This one's moving on to the top of the 3rd we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Do you feel like you're paying too much for your medication? Stop in at O'Connell Pharmacy and see our pharmacist, Ron or Poom, about our cost minimization program. We can save you some money. The O'Connell Pharmacy, our family helping your family.
We all want to be self-sufficient, whether it's fixing projects at home, whether it's changing the oil on the car, or maybe even keeping your checkbook balanced. But when it comes to income taxes, trust me, you don't want to do it yourself. You don't want to do it with someone that just does it 3 months a year as a little sideline job. You need to work with a proactive 24/7 CPA firm that can actually get you results and keep more money in your pocket. Pick up the phone today, 715-735-0583.
Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin, here at Joe Annie Stadium. My name is Nolan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs, about to get underway with the top of the third inning. It will still be Matt Goitoya out on the mound for the Bullfrogs. Goitoya on the night for the Frogs has allowed one earned run off of one hit. It was a solo shot to left to lead off the game, but since then has retired every batter he's faced. The right-handed pitcher out of Riverside City College out there on the bump. Zach Plunkett goes back, gets his catcher's gears back on, and he now sits, or rather crouched, I should say, behind home plate. Due up here in the third inning for the Rockford Rivets will be the 8-9 one-hitters. Patrick Loeffler to lead things off, the first baseman. Loeffler on the season for the Rockford Rivets comes into the game supporting a batting average that sits just around 225 or so. Has 2 doubles on the year, 11 hits, and 14 games. He's a recent addition to this team a bit as well. First pitch he sees, runs low in the dirt, 1-0. Just as a reminder, you can follow us on Twitter and on Instagram at GB Bullfrogs. 1-0 pitch, swung on, a belting fly ball into dead center field. Tracking back is Jones at the wall, it's gone. The third home run of the game, that one coming off the bat of Patrick Loeffler. Loeffler swings at the 1-0 pitch and launches it over the center field wall. His second home run of the season, and it takes one off the board against the Bullfrogs lead. They were up by 2, now just have a 1-run lead. As the score now sits at 2-3. Zach Ream now digs in for the Rivets. First pitch Ream sees. Fastball swung on, a belting liner to center. Alonzo Jones there to snag that one, however. Takes a couple steps forward and makes the grab. So one retired. That'll bring us back up to the top of the lineup. And Ryan Hutchinson's. He's the one that led the game off with a home run. So as it sits right now for Matt Goitoya, he either retires the runner, or better I should say, or gives up a home run. 2 hits off of 2 home runs. He hasn't walked anyone. That one swung on, and there's a base hit. I spoke too soon. Over the head of the second baseman, Neil Tyrell, or rather Riley Smith, I should say. And into right field where Tanner Poole scoops it up on the second bounce or so and throws it back in. So 3 hits on the day now for the Rockford Rivets. The second hit for Ryan Hutchinson. He's 2 for 2 and now stands on over at first. Hunter Fiducia now stands in, the catcher. He would fly out to left his last time up. A ball that went all the way to the warning track. First pitch that he sees runs low. A 1-0 count. 81 mile per hour fastball. Swung on, belting liner, foul right side. I mean, the ball coming off of these bats for the Rivets are flying. The exit velocity is unreal. I mean, you blink and all of a sudden it's in the outfield. Fiducia stands back in, the left-handed hitter here against the right-handed pitcher in Goitoya. 1-1, breaking ball, then gets away from Goitoya. They're way wide. A 2-1 count. Swung on, fouled away off the end of the bat. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bullfrogs with a 3-2 lead here in a game that has seen its fireworks. 3 home runs already. We're only in the top of the third inning, folks. Two-two pitch, swung on, fouled away left side. up and past the stands over towards the picnic area where WWE Hall of Famer Jimmy Hart is having a question and answer session currently. Don't get to say that one too often. 2-2. Swung on. That one's a pop up in the left. Running over is Troy Johnston, and he makes the grab over in foul territory. 2 retired. So Hunter Fiducia flies out to left for the second straight time, and that'll bring up Brian Klein. Klein would ground out to first his last time up. Brian Klein stands in on the season for the Rockford Rivets. Comes into the game supporting a .236 batting average. First pitch he sees. Swung on, a liner into right center field. Tracking back is Johnston, and he makes the grab on the run. A good play from Tanner Poole out there in right. And it's the third out. Bullfrogs leave one stranded. That'll do it for the top of the third inning. To the bottom half of the frame we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Is the frozen pizza that you're eating at home tired and worn out? It just doesn't have its stuff anymore. Its toppings are low and inside while the cheese is chin music. The time has come, friends, to make the switch. Make the call to the Brew Pub Bullpen. Bring in the relief and get the win with Brew Pub Lots of Matzo pizzas. Made with premium toppings, then smothered in over half a pound of fresh 100% Wisconsin-made mozzarella cheese. Brew Pub Lots of Matzo pizzas are the ingredients for a great time. Find us online at brewpubpizza.com, on Facebook at Brew Pub Pizza, or follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Brew Pub Pizza. Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
American Inn Lodge and Suites Green Bay West is the ideal location for your next stay, whether you're traveling for business or pleasure. They are proud to provide the amenities you want most and deliver them at the highest level possible, starting with comfortable, quieter guest rooms. Welcome to genuine American hospitality.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne Stadium here, bottom of this third inning about to get underway, where the Bullfrogs currently trail the have a lead over the Rockford Rivets, 3-2. Both runs for the Rockford Rivets coming off of solo shots, one in the top of the first and one in the top of the third. Bullfrogs have 3 runs on the board, all coming back in the first inning. It's a throwing error that scores Tanner Poole, an RBI single from Troy Johnston. Alex Pinner would manage a home run as well, as we've already seen 3 homers tonight. Due up for the Bullfrogs in this inning will be the leadoff batter, Alonzo Jones. It'll be 1-2-3 coming up here in the third. Alonzo Jones, his last time up, would be walked and would come around to score off of the Troy Johnston single. Jones, the left-handed hitter, switch hitter, I should say, batting lefty here against the righty Brad Littleton. Littleton kicks the leg and sends one in. Jones shows but pulls it back. It was inside and at his knees. A 1-out count. Alonzo Jones out of Columbus, Georgia. Stands in. 1-0 him. Runs low in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes on the board. Alonzo Jones' dad out in the crowd tonight. He came up for the weekend, was here at last night's game also. He made the trip all the way up from Georgia. Second time he's been up here to watch his son play. 2-0 pitch, swung on, line drive, right field, base hit. Alonzo Jones rounding second, decides he's going to stay over at first instead. Was sprinting around that first base bag. He thought about going for 2. Elected not to. But it's a base hit to lead off the third inning for the Bullfrogs. The top of the lineup last time for the Bullfrogs, all 3 batters would get on base. We'll see if they can do it again. Tanner Poole would get a base hit his last time up and come around to score for the Bullfrogs. Tanner Poole stands in, the right-handed hitter out of Mississippi State. First pitch he sees, a fastball right across Broadway. A bit low, 0-1. Tanner Poole out of Armory, Mississippi as well. So born and raised out in Mississippi. Played for the Bulldogs this past season. 0-1 pitch, runs wide. About level or so. A ball and a strike, no outs on the board. Alonzo Jones took a huge lead after the pitch. He takes a lead over at first, and Littleton comes set. Gives a glance over to Jones. Deals in the 1-1. Breaking ball that finds the zone. A nice pitch from Littleton. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the board after that one. Poole this past season had 47 starts for the Bulldogs in their Super Regional campaign. Jones takes a big lead, 1-2. Fastball wide. Moves the count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. No outs on the board on this cloudy Friday night. No wind out in this stadium. Of course, it was whipping earlier when a storm cell went through. But I think we're clear for the rest of the night. Just going to be cloudy. Littleton steps off the mound, and Alonzo Jones slides back in over to first. He retakes his lead, and Poole awaits. 2-2 from Littleton. Breaking ball that runs just low at the shins of Poole there. That one almost found the zone. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. No outs on the board. Poole awaits. Payoff. Swing and a miss. Tanner Poole strikes out after managing a base hit. The peanut gallery here in the crowd is being very vocal tonight. They were very disappointed in Tanner Poole's strikeout, to say the least. So that'll bring up Troy Johnston, the left fielder. Of course, a day after, where the Bullfrogs would have no one in the stands saying anything. Runner off from first. Ball swung on. It's a successful hit and run. Alonzo Jones rounds second. He's going to get to third. And Troy Johnston has his second base hit of the ball game. Now 2 for 2. Jones swings at the first pitch he sees. It's a liner up the middle of the field. The shortstop Paradosky had moved over to take over second base as Alonzo Jones had taken off. If Paradosky stays in his spot, he might have a chance on making a leaping grab. However, I doubt it. It was a well-hit ball by Troy Johnston. Had some loft on it as well. And with 1 out on the board, runners on the corners now. Kyle Bino digs in. Right-handed hitter out of Youngstown State would line out to shortstop his last time up. First pitch he sees. Swing and a miss. An 0-1 count with an out on the board. Kyle Bino, the righty from Youngstown State, digs in. Sporting the shin guard on his left leg tonight. Silver batting gloves. White wrist tape as well. 0-1. Fastball just misses outside. Moves the count to a ball and a strike. And out on the board as well. Bino on the season for the Bullfrogs comes into the game. Not batting too bad at all, around 250 or so. 1-1. Swung on, a fly ball into left center field. Tracking back as a left fielder, and he can't get there. Bounces off the warning track and bounces off the wall, and it will be a stand-up double for the Youngstown State product. It scores Alonzo Jones, and the Bullfrogs take a 4-2 lead. Bullfrogs bats coming alive here early tonight. That's their 6th hit of the ball game already. Here just in the bottom of the 3rd inning, it's their 4th run as well. Alex Pinner will dig in now for the Bullfrogs, coming off of his solo shot in the 1st. His 2nd home run of the season. Pinner stands in, sees a fastball, or rather a changeup. That's what fooled him. He was way early on it, and I guess I was also. Fooled me. A nice pitch from Brad Littleton. And it's no 1 count after the swing and a miss. And out on the board, runners take their leads at second and third. 0-1. Finds the inside corner. He goes down in the count 0-2. Another changeup. Alex Pinner, who, as I mentioned, has really brought his batting average up to, at one point in the season, was just 230, now 291. 0-2 pitch. That one runs outside and low. A 1-2 count now. Pinner stands in. The switch hitter out of Scottsdale Community College awaits. The 1-2. Swung on, fouled away, right side, over towards the coaches, in fact. The two pitching coaches have to dodge away from that one. Ben Hart over there on deck gives them a hard time about it. And Ellen Best sits back down, I should say. The 1-2. Fastball. Finds the inside corner. 2 outs on the board. It had some spin on it. Last second, dipped inside. And Pinner can't do anything but watch it go by. The crowd doesn't like it. They shout their profanities out to the umpire here. They've let him hear it here early. However, it's been working for the Bullfrogs, I guess you could say. They got 4 runs already. Ben Hart digs in now. First pitch he sees. Swung on, slow grounder to short. Throw to first. In the dirt, but the scoop is made by Loeffler. And the Bullfrogs leave 2 runners stranded in scoring position. That'll do it for the 3rd inning. On to the 4th frame we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
The best time of the year to update your ride. NEW Credit Union's Super Summer Loan Sale. From July 10th to 28th, get super low rates as low as 2.49% annual percentage rate.
To jumpstart the big event, from July 10th to the 16th, you can find your perfect car, truck, or SUV from a selection brought in by trusted local dealers right to our credit union offices in O'Connell Falls, Oconto, and Surrey. Compare them side by side, or you can also visit a participating dealer and see their expanded selection.
Call NEW Credit Union for details at 800-924-1250. That's 800-924-1250. Get up to 100% financing during the Super Summer Loan Sale.
Borrower must meet NEW Credit Union membership eligibility and creditworthy requirements. All loans subject to approval. Example of repayment would be a monthly payment of about $17.75 per $1,000 borrowed for 60 months. Federally insured by the NCUA. Super Summer Loan Sale at NEW Credit Union. Get ready to own it!
Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin, here at historic Joe Annie Stadium. Matt Goitia still out on the mound for the Bullfrogs. So far in this one, he's allowed just 3 hits, but 2 of them were the long ball. Over the left and right field walls, it's the 2 runs on the board for the Rivets tonight. The Bullfrogs have a 4-2 lead over the Rockford Rivets. On this past inning, would manage a run off of a Kyle Bino RBI double. Due up for the Rockford Rivets in this one will be Brian Klein, J.C. DeMurray, and Neil Tyrell. Brian Klein, his last time up, would ground out to first base, and of course would end the inning his last time with a liner out to right. Due up is J.C. DeMurray. He swings at the first pitch he sees and fouls it away right side. So, of course, Klein ended the 3rd with that line drive into right field where Tanner Poole made the nice grab. And DeMurray, his last time out, would ground out to 3rd. Watches one go by low after the foul away, and it moves the count to a ball and a strike. J.C. DeMurray stands in, takes a cut at that one, grounded to short. Throw to first, off the bag. No, Pinner left his toenail on it. Reaching all the way out there to grab that one. A nice play over there by the first baseman, Alex Pinner. A good play by the shortstop also, Richie Tecco. It's a slow grounder. In fact, Tecco grabs it on the infield grass, in fact. A sidearm throw to first, nearly off of the bag, Alex Pinner just manages to keep the toe on it. One retired. That'll bring up Neil Tyrell with one out on the board. The second baseman flew out to center his last time up. He's looking for the third home run of the game for the Rivets as he takes a huge swing at the first pitch he sees. Missed it early, however, 0-1. A 1 pitch, a breaking ball that runs high. Moves the count to a ball and a strike and out on the board. Tyrell stands in, waves the bat around. Goitia deals to him another breaking ball. That one goes way down there, man. I mean, that one went all the way down to 58 there. The 2-1. Fastball. Swung on a high pop-up behind home plate. Plunkett takes his mask off and watches that one go past the stands here. And it evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gives a nice smile to the press box here after watching that one fell off. 2-2. Breaking ball finds the zone. A backwards K for Goitia. Welcome to Green Bay, Goitia. That's his first strikeout in a Bullfrogs uniform. First backwards K in a Bullfrogs uniform, I should say. As Trevor Paradosky struck out swinging in the second. So 2 up, 2 down here in the fourth, and after the backwards K, it'll bring up Trevor Paradosky, who struck out his last time up. Swings at the first ones he sees this time, and it's a pop-up into shallow left. The shortstop, Richie Tecco, gets underneath of it out there in the outfield grass behind third base and makes the grab. Goitia puts him down in order. That'll do it for the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
If you don't know everything about insurance, you'll profit from the knowledge and experience at the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls. You'll benefit from their thorough analysis of the insurance that you really need. They'll recommend the companies and policies that are the best for you. At the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, they specialize in complete coverage of all your insurance needs. Call the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls.
Attention pizza lovers, have you tried a Brewpub pizza? Designed to be the best of the best pub pizzas ever made, every Brewpub Lots of Matza pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies and topped with over a half pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. Brewpub Lots of Matza pizzas are made right here in Wisconsin. Brewpub Lots of Matza pizzas are available at your local grocer and tavern. Check Brewpub Pizzas out at facebook.com/brewpubpizza and get more details at brewpubpizza.com. Brewpub Lots of Matza pizzas, official frozen pizza of the Green Bay Bullfrogs.
Hello and welcome back to historic Joanne Stadium here. Bottom of the fourth about to get underway. The Bullfrogs lead the Rivets 4-2. New pitcher out on the mound for the Rockford Rivets. It will be number 26 in this one. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the same pitcher, Brad Littleton. He must have ate some Wheaties during the break. He looks a little bigger than he did in the past couple innings. My apologies on that one. So it's Brad Littleton still out on the bump for the Rivets here in the bottom of the fourth inning. The Bullfrogs have managed a few hits off of them. So far in this one, the Bullfrogs have a home run. Of course, they have that RBI double from Kyle Binion. He had a couple of more in there. Adds up to 6. Riley Smith, the second baseman tonight for the Bullfrogs, digs in and watches run by for a ball, a 1-0 count. Riley Smith, his last time up, would fly out to left field. 1-0 pitch. Fastball, it runs way wide into the dirt, in fact. Moves the count to 2 balls, no strikes, and out on the board. Smith with that fly out to left field. It was a well-hit ball, of course. It was a couple at-bats, of course, started off the second inning, rather. 0-2 pitch swung on and missed. 2-1. After the home runs, it just seemed like a home run derby for a bit. 3 home runs already in this one, and Riley Smith would lead off the bottom of the second inning with that fly ball to left. That off the bat, you think about it for a moment. Wait a minute, that might be the 4th home run tonight. However, didn't have enough on it, and the left fielder out there, Kean O'Brien, made a leaping grab at the wall. A good defensive play by O'Brien, in fact. Nonetheless, Riley Smith will dig in. The righty out of Minnesota awaits the 2-1 pitch to him. Swung on a slow grounder to third. Bobbled for a moment. Throw to first. Not in time. And the runner will get over there safely in Riley Smith. It's an infield single for Smith. Possibly. Could be an error. We'll see what the score says. But Brian Klein over there at third base. And was a slow grounder to him. He kind of bobbled around with it. Dropped it into the dirt. Picked it back up. Managed the throw over to first. But Riley Smith would beat him out. The throw would be high as well. And Smith thought about taking off for second, but decided not to. Richie Tecco shows down a bunt and pops it foul. He's still looking for his first hit in a Bullfrogs uniform. And one out on the board after the bunt is fouled up to the catcher, Hunter Fiducia. So just like that, the Bullfrogs trying to sneak one past the Rivets there. An unsuccessful bunt attempt puts an out on the board, and Riley Smith still stands on over at first. That'll bring up Zach Plunkett, the catcher, who struck out looking his last time up. Plunkett, the right-handed hitter out of the University of Arkansas, stands in. First pitch to him. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball and drops low, 1-0. Zach Plunkett redshirted this past season and Arkansas after transferring in from TCU. Smith takes the lead over at first. 0-1 to him. Runner off. Ball comes across. Is a ball. Throw to second in time. The second runner tonight that the Bullfrogs has been caught stealing. 2 outs on the board now after the runners caught stealing in Riley Smith. And Zach Plunkett will dig in with a 1-1 count after the pitch came across for a ball wide. The 1-1. That one runs low. A 2-1 count now with 2 outs on the board. Plunkett awaits the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Last night, Zach Plunkett would have a pretty good day. Of course, belted his first home run here at Joe Annie Stadium all season. Went 1 for 4. The 1-2 to him. Swung on. That's a fly ball deep into left. At the warning track, and the play is made by the left fielder. Ken O'Brien with another nice play out there in left field for the Rockford Rivets. It's a fly ball to left, and on the run, outstretched arm, O'Brien makes the grab. The Bullfrogs go down here in the bottom of the 4th inning without scoring a run on no hits and 1 error by the Rivets. That'll do it for the WOCO Sports Stream here for the 4th. On to the 5th we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Frogs lead 4-2.
Tri-City Glass and Doors, locally owned and family operated, and has been since 1960. Specializing in commercial glass projects and automotive glass repair. Having grown up right here in Northeast Wisconsin, Tri-City understands your needs and wants to be the residential glass and door professionals you can count on. They're here for your family in all of life stages, from building an addition on your home for your newborn to applying Aquapel to your new driver's car. Additionally, they are locally owned, so there's no hoops to jump through. You can call them or come in at any time to talk directly to one of their glass and door experts.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents Margie Dahl and Oconto and Paul Huberty and Lena can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business, agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty can help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So for all your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm agents Margie Dahl at 834-5151 and Paul Huberty at 829-5555.
Hello and welcome back to Joe Annie Stadium here, top of the 5th inning, about to get underway. Bullfrogs have a 4-2 lead over the Rockford Rivets. Matt Goitia still out on the mound for the Bullfrogs here. So far in this one, he has allowed just 3 hits, however, 2 earned runs, both of them solo shots. Batter due up here for the Rockford Rivets will be the 8-7-8-9 hitters. Kean O'Brien, the left fielder, digs in. His first time up would ground out to short. First pitch he sees, a fastball that runs low, a 1-0 count. Goitia, the righty, comes set, kicks a leg, sends in the 1-0. O'Brien watches that one find the inside corner, 1-1. Kean O'Brien actually picked up from the Madison Mallards. Would be on a temporary contract to start the year for the Mallards, and the Rivets needed an outfielder, so they picked him up. 1-1 pitch, swung on, fouled away right side. Moves the count to 1-2. O'Brien out of Madison College. I mean, he's a guy that was born and raised in Madison, Wisconsin. Played for the Mallards, plays for Madison College out there. Would have a good year, batted .358 this past season for Madison College. Takes a cut at the 1-2 pitch. It's a line drive to center. Alonzo Jones easily backtracks and makes the grab. 1 up, 1 down here in the 5th, and that will bring up Patrick Loeffler, the first baseman. Loeffler, his first time up, he's the guy that launched one over the center field wall to lead off the 3rd inning, as the Rivets led off the 1st and 3rd with home runs. Their 2 runs of the night, as we've seen 3 tonight. Loeffler, the right-handed batter, stands in, supporting the white batting gloves tonight. The Rivets, as mentioned, and they're all gray unis with the stirrup socks on. First pitch into him. Fastball that runs low, a 1-0 count. Bullfrogs in their home pinstripes with Green Bay written across the chest. Orange letters on the back. 1-0 pitch from Goitia, swung on, a grounder back to him. A nice play by the pitcher. Underhand toss to Penner and to retire. Goitia kind of settling in on the mound now. Has yet to walk a batter, has 2 strikeouts. Has only allowed 3 hits. The only negative side of all of this is, of course, the 2 home runs. But the right-handed pitcher out of Riverside City College, proving his worth here. 2 outs on the board now, looking to put them down in order. Zach Reams, the lefty, stands in. Watches a breaking ball come across for a strike. 0-1. Goitia's breaking ball goes all the way up high, and then it breaks down low as the 0-1 pitch is swung on, fouled away right side. 0-2 now. We are here in the top of the 5th inning, where the Bullfrogs lead 4-2 over the Rivets. Of course, the Bullfrogs 0-4 against the Rockford Rivets this season. There's been 2 games, however, that the Bullfrogs would have the lead late against these guys, but would give it up. 0-2 pitch, way wide. Another breaking ball from Goitia. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch to him. Fastball just misses outside. Change up, rather, from Goitia. Took a little bit off of that one. Moves the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on the board. Two-two pitch. Another breaking ball. That one misses wide. A full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on the board. That one finds the zone. A backwards K for Goitia. And that will end the top of the 5th inning. The 3rd strikeout of the night for Goitia. Bullfrogs lead 4-2. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Honey, get the camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast.
Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we can use him on special teams.
But not to kick, right?
We'll see.
This summer at Cellcom, save $100 on a new LG G6, and we'll cover your cost to switch from another carrier. Cellcom, built for you. Activation Flex Agreement and data subscription required. Device trade-in required. Restrictions apply. Trademarks and names are property of their respective owners. Visit cellcom.com/save for complete details.
Hello and welcome back to Joe Annie Stadium. Bottom of the fifth about to get underway. The Bullfrogs lead the Rivets 4-2 here. Due up for the Frogs will be the leadoff batter, Alonzo Jones. Jones so far tonight has gotten on base both times he's came up. He's 1 for 1 with a walk. Would come around to score in both innings as well. Troy Johnston hit him in the first, and Kyle Bino hit him in with a double in the third. First pitch he sees comes across low and inside for a ball. A check swing, appeal to third base umpire, does not come around. Alonzo Jones, the switch hitter, batting lefty against Littleton, who's still out on the bump. 1-0 pitch, swung on, line drive right field, foul into the Liney's deck out there in the beer garden on the right side. That actually has some fans out in it. The Bud Light Beach Club out and left is packed to the brim out there. The fire pit's on, some folks hanging around, watching some baseball on this Friday night. Could have been weather, but now it's not so bad. Cool temperatures after the rain came in. 1-1. Breaking ball that finds the inside corner, just finding the black. Good pitch from Littleton. Jones even leaned away from it. He was worried about that one breaking more in. But 1 ball with 2 strikes on the board now and nobody on. Tanner Poole stands on deck. 1-2 pitch. Runs low in the dirt. In fact, skips across home plate. Moves the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Alonzo Jones out of Columbus, Georgia. Of course, out of high school was a perfect game All-American. Played in the Under Armour All-American game. Won 2 national titles back then. 2-2 pitch, swung on, line drive out the middle of the field. The 7th hit of the game for the Bullfrogs. 2nd of the game for Alonzo Jones. He continues to stay hot for the Frogs. Has led off 3 innings now and gotten on base all 3 times. That'll bring up the right fielder, Tanner Poole. Poole on the day, 1 for 2. Has a base hit and a strikeout. Would strike out his last time up, but came around to score after managing a single in the first. The right-handed hitter out of Mississippi State stands in. Brad Littleton comes set, kicks the leg and sends it in. Throw down to second as Jones is off, slides in safely. Stolen base for the Bullfrogs, now 1 for 3 on the day. It was about time before they got one. They had taken off twice and were 0 for 2 on it. Troy Johnson was caught stealing back in the first, and Riley Smith would get caught in the fourth. But Alonzo Jones, he's got this speed. Out of high school, the kid ran a 6'1", 60. At the time, setting the record for fastest 60 time ever on grass. Jones takes a big lead. He's off for third. Throw down. And not in time. Jones steals third. Talk about electrifying. Alonzo Jones with 2 stolen bases off of 2 pitches. And just like that, with no outs on the board, a runner over at third. The Bullfrogs have a 4-2 lead. Looking to put another one on the board. Tanner Poole, the right-handed hitter, stands in with a 1-1 count. The 1-1. Fastball, it finds the lower portion at the knees, 1-2. Alonzo Jones on the season after that stolen base now has 7 on the year. The most on the active roster. The 1-2. Fastball way wide. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs on the board. We are here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Runner over at third, no outs on the board. The 2-2 from Littleton. Fastball finds the zone. A backwards K, the second straight strikeout that Tanner Poole has watched go by. That'll bring up Troy Johnston, the left fielder. Johnston's having a pretty good game. He's 2 for 2 with an RBI. Johnston so far on the season for the Bullfrogs comes into the game batting .257. Takes a cut at the first pitch he sees, line drive to center. Alonzo Jones will tag up and come across to score for the Bullfrogs. They take a 5-2 lead. It's a fly ball to center. It's an easy out for Ryan Hutchinson. However, Alonzo Jones easily tags up and comes across to score. The second RBI of the night for Troy Johnston. That'll bring up Kyle Bino, the designated hitter. Bino, the cleanup hitter for the Bullfrogs, 1 for 2 on the day, managed the RBI double his last time up. The right-handed hitter out of Youngstown State digs in. First pitch he sees from Littleton, swung on, fly ball into right. That's going back. That's in the corner, but it's foul. If Tanner Poole is just a bit sooner on that one, he's got himself an opposite field home run into the Liney's deck. The Bullfrogs' bats tonight are on fire. I've already managed a home run, a double from Bino. Of course, the sacrifice fly just came off the bat of Johnston, and Bino threatened to put his 5th homer over the wall. 0-1, swinging and a miss. Fouled off the end of the bat, in fact, actually. Makes its way back to the backstop. He goes down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on the board. Alex Pinner, the first baseman tonight, standing on deck for the Bullfrogs. He has the home run tonight for the Bullfrogs. 0-2. Fastball wide. Moves the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Kyle Bino on the season, batting .245. Has 25 hits on the year. 1-2. Swung on, grounded to third, and it's off of his glove. Kyle Bino is going to get on base over at first. It will be ruled a... We'll tell you as soon as we get in, but nonetheless, Kyle Bino on a base over at first. It will go down as an error, in fact, the second error of the night against the third baseman, Brian Klein. That one, a hot shot of a grounder over towards him. It bounces off of the infield turf, hits him in the chest, and gets into the outfield. Alex Pinner now digs in, the switch hitter out of Mississippi State. Takes a swing at the first pitch he sees, fouls it away right side. Ball's down in the count, no balls and a strike. 2 outs on the board. After the sacrifice fly from Johnston, Kyle Bino nearly launched one over the right field wall. However, managed to get on base off of the error. He's now 1 for 3 on the night. 0-1 pitch to Pinner. That one's fouled away right side. Actually found back over towards the batter on deck in Ben Hart. Tries to make the barehanded grab on the foul ball, but dropped it. You can hear the shout from the peanut gallery, "Oh, come on, man." Ben Hart turns around, gives a big smile to the crowd. 0-2. Swung on a slow grounder to second. Tyrell throws it to first, and Alex Pinner is retired. That's the 3rd out on the board, so that will do it for the 5th inning. Bullfrogs bring Alonzo Jones across to score. It's the 3rd time tonight that Jones has come across to score. That'll do it for the 5th inning. On to the 6th we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
When you're looking for the perfect game for your appetite, look no further than Brewpub Lots of Matzo Pizzas. Made with premium meats and veggies, then topped with over half a pound of 100% fresh, real mozzarella cheese made right here in Wisconsin, every Brewpub Lots of Matzo Pizza is a home run. Made with the hungry in mind, Brewpub pizzas are big, bold, and belong in the big leagues of the frozen pizza industry. Enjoy a delicious piece of Brewpub Lots of Matza pizza right now from the concession stand, or pick one up at your local favorite grocery store. Brewpub Lots of Matza pizzas, the ingredients for a great time.
This is Larry Fitzgerald with Game Day Goal. Tune in to WOCO FM 107.1 Fridays at 6 p.m. to hear me and Eric Nelson discuss the sports topics of the day.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne Stadium. Top of the sixth about to get underway. Bullfrogs have a 5-2 lead over the Rivets. Due up for the Rivets here will be the leadoff batter Ryan Hutchinson. He's 2 for 2 on the day with a home run and a single. First pitch, he's fastball low, 1-0. Still out on the mound for the Bullfrogs will be Matt Goitia, His first game in a Frogs uniform. Got to get used to saying that one. I think that might be the new hardest name to pronounce on the team. 1-0 run tie, 2-0 count. And what, in reality, of course, you listeners probably don't really understand the struggles, but figuring out how to say players' names might be the hardest part of a broadcaster's job. 2-0 pitch, swung on, fouled back into the backstop, 2-1. And in all honesty, the Bullfrogs probably had the easiest roster in the Northwoods League to pronounce. So Goitia comes into the roster now for the Bullfrogs, and now you got one to get used to. I guess it was Falia in the past, but now that honor will go to Goitia. I'll make sure he knows. 2-1 pitch. That one finds the inside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the board. Of course, the Rivets, they feature players from Slovenia, so Matic Les Jack is kind of tough to say. Luckily, he's not in the lineup card tonight. And the 2-2 pitch is swung on and found away right side. Count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 6th where the Bullfrogs have a 3-run lead, 5-2. Ryan Hutchinson is dug in. Of course, he managed the home run to lead off the game out of Illinois State. Just finished up his sophomore season. Watches the 2-2 go by. Another strikeout for Goitia. It's a backwards K, his 3rd backwards K of the game. It's his 4th strikeout of the game as well, and will bring up Hunter Fiducia, the catcher. Fiducia out of Louisiana State Units. Just finished up his sophomore season. Left-handed batter, stands about 6'2 or so. Stands in with a closed stance. A breaking ball that nearly finds its way back into the zone. I mean, Goitia's got a lot of spin on that ball. It drops all the way down to 67 as well. 1-0 count. Fastball that time. Swung on, fouled back past the press box here. A ball and a strike and outs on the board here in the top of the 6th inning. Goitia actually spent last summer in the Northwoods League. He was with the St. Cloud Rocks, where he would go 0 for 2 with a 12 ERA, would pitch just 6th innings. So nearly has matched that amount of innings already as the 1-0-1 pitch goes across for a strike. A 1-2 count now. The 1-2 delivery. It's a breaking ball that breaks inside at the thighs of Fiducia. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So if he can finish off this inning here, he would match the same amount of time that he had for the entire summer up in St. Cloud. 2-2. Fastball swung on, a fly ball into deep right field. That's going back. That's at the warning track, and that's gone. It's the 2nd home run of the game for Ryan Hutchinson's. He's now, or no, excuse me, I got ahead of myself. It's the home run for Hunter Fiducia. Ryan Hutchinson's just went down with a backwards K, but Hunter Fiducia launches his first home run of the game. That's the third home run of the night for the Rockford Rivets, the fourth of the night altogether. If you missed the 4th of July, I don't know if you were asleep, maybe you were sick, you couldn't go out to see any fireworks, well, come to Green Bay. They're sending rockets off all night, the 4th of the night. Brian Klein digs in, watches one go by for a ball wide, 1-0. I mean, good Lord. Gortia's pitched well. He's only allowed 4 hits, but 3 of them solo shots. 1-0 pitch runs inside also, a 2-0 count now. Hunter Fiducia had threatened to put a couple over the wall already. As the 2-0 pitch is swung on, a fly ball to right, but Poole has the read on that one. Second out on the board. It's getting to the point now where if the Rivets put the bat on the ball, you kind of hold your breath. Just because they already got 3 on the night. I mean, that one was an easy fly ball for Tanner Poole, but, I mean, the ball leaving the bat firing tonight. I mean, that one was out into right field before I could blink, but Poole makes the grab on it. 2 outs on the board now. J.C. DeMurray digs in. DeMurray 0 for 2 on the night with 2 ground outs. First pitch he sees runs low, a 1-0 count. One 0 count after the breaking ball. 2 outs on the board. Nobody on after the base-clearing home run from Fiducia. As the 1-0 pitch is swung on, a fly ball popped up, foul territory. Ben Hart, the third baseman, has the read, and he's got the 3rd out. Goitia gets out of the 6th inning, allowing 1 run. It's a solo shot from Hunter Fiducia. 3 home runs now for the Rivets. They trail by 2, however. They're all solo shots. That'll do it here for the top of the 6th inning. To the bottom half of the frame we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Frogs lead 5-3.
Get set, go! Our son down towards him.
Did you know that we here at the O'Connell Pharmacy would mail your prescriptions to you? At the O'Connell Pharmacy, we would like to make things easy for you. The O'Connell Pharmacy, our family, helping your family.
This is Larry Fitzgerald with Game Day Goal. Tune in to WOCO FM 107.1 Fridays at 6 p.m. to hear me and Eric Nelson discuss the sports topics of the day.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wisconsin. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne Stadium here, bottom of the 6th inning, about to get underway. Due up for the Bullfrogs will be the third baseman, Ben Hart. Hart on the day, 0 for 2, would fly out to right in the first and ground out to shortstop his last time up in the third. First pitch he sees, swung on, fouled back into the backstop. That one heading straight for my booth here if the backstop's not there. He goes down the count, 0-1. Hart stands in, crouch stance. A 1 pitch to him, swing and a miss. A nice breaking ball from Brad Littleton, who is still out on the mound for the Rockford Rivets. Hamilton chased it, and it's an 0-2 count now with no outs on the board and nobody on. Just got underway with the bottom of the 6th. 0-2, swung on, a belting liner, foul past the concession stands on the right side. Count will remain no balls and 2 strikes. Littleton comes set, kicks the leg, sends in the 0-2 wide, 1-0. Ben Hart supporting the white wrist tapes tonight in Franklin batting gloves, and an interesting jersey look as well. I don't think he's got any buttons left on his jersey. 1-2. Runs low and wide. A 2-0 count. 2-2 count, rather, I should say. Evened it up. Of course, he's just missing a lot of buttons. I don't know how to put it. 2-2 pitch. Swung on, grounded to third. Third baseman Klein scoops it up, throws it across the field. A nice stretch by the first baseman Loeffler grabs the first down. For some reason or another, the laundromat that the jerseys are taken to after the game is eating Ben Hart's buttons. I mean, look at his shirt. It's almost unbuttoned all the way down. I think he only has one button at the bottom, which at that point, it looks kind of funny just because his jersey's tucked in and there's one little button keeping it open and the rest of it's wide open. You can almost see his Northwoods League batting top underneath of it. But nonetheless, a ground out, and that'll bring up Riley Smith. He watches a breaking ball find the inside corner and goes down in the count. No balls and a strike here. Bullfrogs have a 5-3 lead here in Green Bay. Over the Rivets in front of a scattered crowd on this gloomy day. 0-1. That's a fastball that runs wide. Evens the count, a ball and a strike out on the board. Staying on deck is Richie Tecco, of course, the newcomer to the team, the shortstop out of Rider University. 1-1 pitch to Smith. Another fastball, grounded to third. Third baseman Klein throws it across the field, and the second out is recorded. Brian Klein, so far tonight, already does have 2 errors on the afternoon. However, makes up for it there. A nice long throw across the diamond gets to the second out. That'll bring up Richie Tecco, as Riley Smith just grounded out. Richie Tecco digs in. 0 for 2 on the night. Swings at that one. It's a blooper to the center field, and it drops fair. It nips off the glove of the second baseman, Neil Tyrell, who, sprinting to his right, thought that he had the third out in his glove. However, just kind of closes it and doesn't get anything but air as the ball goes past his glove there. We'll see if that will be considered an error or a hit. In fact, it will go down as an error. The fourth of the night, rather, against the Rivets. So Richie Tecco still looking for his first base hit in a Frogs uniform. Gets on due to the error there, and Zach Plunkett, the catcher, will dig in. Plunkett 0 for 2 on the night. Managed a home run last night, however. Has been struggling at the plate this season as he watches a fastball run wide, 1-0. Brad Littleton notably getting up there in pitch count. This will likely be his last inning for the Rivets. They have a right-handed pitcher warming up out in the bullpen. Plunkett takes a swing at the 1-0 pitch, and moves the count even 1-1. Plunkett slaps his bat down on home plate and stands in. Littleton steps off the mound, and Tecco scampers back. The 1-1. Runs inside for a ball. 2-1 count. I think Jimmy Hart has now left the building. If you weren't here earlier, the Bullfrogs brought in WWE Hall of Famer Jimmy Hart, mouth of the South, to come sign autographs and take pictures before the game. Not a bad promotion at all. Really nice guy also. 2-1 pitch, fastball wide. Moves the count to 3 balls and a strike. He came in, a long line was there for him. However, it would have been a lot longer if the weather was better, I can guarantee it. A lot of folks came out and got all sorts of different things signed, though. And Hart took his time with fans, really savored the moment. 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Moves the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. A nice swing from Plunkett, but he was early on it. Tecco takes his lead over at first. Brad Littleton adjusts his pants and stands on the rubber. Plunkett digs in. Littleton stares him down. Glances over at Tecco at first. Nods his head and deals in the payoff. Runner off. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. The second strikeout of the night for Zach Plunkett. And that will do it for the sixth inning. On to the seventh we go. The Bullfrogs lead the Rockford Rivets 5-3. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Honey, get the camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast.
Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we can use him on special teams.
But not to kick, right?
We'll see.
This summer at Cellcom, save $100 on a new LG G6, and we'll cover your cost to switch from another carrier. Cellcom, built for you. Activation Flex Agreement and data subscription required. Device trade-in required. Restrictions apply. Trademarks and names are property of their respective owners. Visit cellcom.com/save for complete details.
Hello and welcome back to the top of the seventh inning. We're here at Joe Annie Stadium where the Bullfrogs have a 5-3 lead over the Rockford Rivets. The Bullfrogs managed 3 runs to lead off the game back in the first inning. They would put one across in the bottom of the third and the bottom of the fifth, which brought them to 5 runs. They've done it off of 7 hits tonight. And for the Rockford Rivets, they would score home runs, or rather hit home runs, I should say, in the top of the first, top of the third, and top of the sixth inning. All of them solo shots, of course. And then all coming off the hand of Matt Goitia. Goitia has pitched well for the Frogs, as I mentioned a few times tonight. He's only allowed 4 hits on the afternoon. First pitch he throws to start off the inning to Neil Tyrell is a breaking ball that runs low, 1-0. Besides for that one single he gave up, every other batter has been retired. 1-0 pitch, swung gone, popped away left side. Evens the count, a ball and a strike. That one fouled off, of course. And Neil Tyrell, the right-handed batter, stands back in. Tyrell out of Lewis College. This past season would bat .290. Takes a cut at the 1-1 pitch. It's a pop-up, foul territory over by the coaches' benches on the right side. Zach Plunkett, the catcher, tries to go over there and make the play on it. Chris Sabo, the 3-time All-Star and Cincinnati Red World Series champion, runs away from it there. You'd think Sabo could at least stay in there for that one. However, he got up and got out of there. Looked like he was stealing third in the World Series there. Nonetheless, it fell foul. Nothing that nobody could do about it. And it's a 1-2 count. Goitia deals in the 1-2. It's swung on and fouled away. Tyrell chased after that one. Just managed to get the bat on it and put it back into the backstop. Goitia takes a breath, comes set. Kicks the leg, sends in the 1-2. Another breaking ball. Ground ball to Tecco at short. The throw to first in time. One retired. That will bring up Trevor Paradosky, the shortstop. Paradosky on the day, he's 0 for 2. Would pop up to shortstop his last time up. Would strike out back his first time up. He's the beer batter tonight. Of course, it's the 7th inning, so last opportunity for the few fans that are here to grab some half-price beer. I mentioned it briefly earlier, but I'll say it again. Last night, for some reason, here in Joe Annie Stadium, it was oddly quiet, unlike a Joe Annie Stadium. First pitch Paradosky sees is a fastball that finds the outside corner, 0-1. I mean, it was almost as if there was not a baseball game going on here. I mean, the Frogs were in the game, but there's nobody cheering for them. 0-1 pitch runs low, 1-1. Here tonight, though, they got a scattered crowd, but they've been making noise. And they have something to cheer about as well, as the Bullfrogs have a 5-3 lead. Paradowski swings at the 1-1, a fly ball to shallow center. Alonzo Jones underneath of it makes the play. 2 up, 2 down, and that will bring up Kean O'Brien, the left fielder. O'Brien 0 for 2 on the night. Kean O'Brien, his last time up, would line out to center and ground out to shortstop his first time up. The righty stands in with a close stance, watches the first one run by high, 1-0. O'Brien out of Madison College will be playing for Kent State next year. 1-0 pitch way inside. Good Lord, look out, O'Brien. He ducks away from it. It's over his head. I mean, that wasn't even close to the zone. However, it managed to actually hit off of the bat, and so it's a foul ball. And he swings at the 1-1 there after fouling it away. I missed it hitting the bat, and there, of course, is a pole that actually sits right over the left side of the batter's box here for me. Kind of an inopportune spot to call a baseball game, but nonetheless a 1-2 count. Breaking ball. Fouled off the end of the bat. Plunkett nearly put the glove on it to strike him out. However, can't do it off the mitt. Hits the ground. A 1-2 count. So he'll be joining Connor Wallershine, the left-handed pitcher and starter for the Bullfrogs, and Brad Hamilton for the Frogs next year as well. Get into more to Hamilton later. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, that runs high. Evens the count, deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on the board. O'Brien stands in awaiting. The 2-2 swung on, fouled back. Count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. O'Brien deservingly will be playing for Kent State next year. For the JUCO school at Madison College this past season, he would bat .358, manage 62 hits and 38 RBIs. A great season. 2-2. Breaking ball just inside. That one looked like another backwards K for Goitia, but missing the zone by inches. A full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. O'Brien stands in the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. There's the strikeout for Goitia. That'll likely be his last inning for the Bullfrogs. He pitched well, as there is a right-handed pitcher warming up for the Bullfrogs. The Bullfrogs have a 5-3 lead going into the 7th inning stretch. Stay tuned. Bullfrogs lead. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned. This guy.
It's the best time of the year to update your ride. NEW Credit Union's Super Summer Loan Sale. From July 10th to 28th, get super low rates as low as 2.49% annual percentage rate.
To jumpstart the big event, from July 10th to the 16th, you can find your perfect car, truck, or SUV from a selection brought in by trusted local dealers right to our credit union offices in Oconto Falls, Oconto, and Surrey. Compare them side by side, or you can also visit a participating dealer and see their expanded selection.
Call NEW Credit Union for details at 800-924-1250. That's 800-924-1250. Get up to 100% financing during the Super Summer Loan Sale.
Borrower must meet NEW Credit Union membership eligibility and creditworthy requirements. All loans subject to approval. Example of repayment would be a monthly payment of about $17.75 per $1,000 borrowed for 60 months. Federally insured by the NCUA. Super Summer Loan Sale at NEW Credit Union. Get ready to own it!
Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin, here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Bullfrogs have a 5-3 lead over the Rockford Rivets. New pitcher on the mound for the Rockford Rivets. It will be number 35, George Manikis. He is a new member of this Rockford Rivets roster. In fact, so new, in fact, that he has absolutely no information on him in the Northwoods League system. No hometown, no graduation year or school. We do know that he's 6'1", 215, however. Right-handed pitcher for the Rockford Rivets will look to try to get things going here for the Rivets. The Bullfrogs have managed 7 hits off of the Rivets tonight, and they have looked good at times. They looked real good when Alonzo Jones gets on base. In fact, every time that Alonzo Jones has gotten on base tonight, which, by the way, is every time he's come up to the plate, he has come around to score. 2 for 2 on the night. First pitch he sees, fastball. 88-mile-per-hour heater from the righty. And that's a change of speeds for the Bullfrogs, as the starting pitcher, Brad Littleton, was just hitting 83 or so with his fastball. Jones late on the swing, 0-1 count. That one goes by for a strike. He goes down in the count, 0-2. Jones can't believe it. He walks out of the batter's box with his head to the sky and readjusts his batting gloves and now stands back in. The switch hitter out of Vanderbilt so far on the night, as mentioned, 2 for 2. He's came around to score all 3 times. 0-2. Way outside. Moves the count to 1-2. Was walked back to start off the game, and then his last appearance would get over to first and steal second and third. 1-2 pitch finds the zone, a backwards K. Welcome to the Northwoods League, George Manicus. As mentioned, a recent addition to the Rockford Rivets roster. Grabs a strikeout in his first batter faced here tonight. Manicus has appeared in just one other game for the Rivets this season and would pitch 2 innings, allowing 2 hits, 1 earned run, and would strike out 2. Tanner Poole digs in, watches one go by for a strike. The 0-1 runs wide. This guy's throwing cheese, man. That's 87. Evens the count as it was wide. A ball striking and out on the board. Manicus rocks back and sends in the 1-1. Swung on a liner into left field and a base hit. Finds the gap between third and shortstop. And it's a runner over at first and Tanner Poole. His second hit of the game. He's 2 for 4. The 8th hit of the night for the Bullfrogs will bring up Troy Johnston, the left fielder. Johnston on the night is 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. As the Bullfrogs' top half of their lineup tonight has played great. There are the 1, 2, and 3 hitters all have multi-hit days. First pitch Johnson sees is a fastball wide, 1-0. Troy Johnson out of Gonzaga University just finished up his freshman season, where he would bat .323 for the Bulldogs. Just missing out on freshman All-American. Could have used a couple more starts, probably would have been in there. 1-0 pitch, swung on a fly ball to left. Tracking back is O'Brien, and he makes the grab at the warning track. 2 down. Tanner Poole is all the way at second, so he scampers on back to first. No throw from O'Brien, despite the fact that he launched one in there. Back to the infield to try to get Poole for the double play, but he can't manage it. So it's a fly out to left for Troy Johnston. He's now 2 for 4 on the day. And Kyle Bino, the designated hitter, stands in. He's gotten on base twice tonight, but he's 1 for 3. Would get on base his last time up due to an E5. Would get an RBI double in the third, however. The right-handed batter stands in now. First pitch he sees, fastball way high. In fact, above the head of Kyle Bino. That's kind of tough to do. Bino's a tall 6'4". Manicus comes set. Deals in the 1-0. Runner off. Swung on and missed. Throw to second. Not in time. It's a stolen base for Tanner Poole. And a runner in scoring position now as Kyle Bino swung and missed at that one. And so the count moves to 1-2. Runner at second and Poole, he takes his lead. That was Tanner Poole's just 5th stolen base of the year. That one comes across just high, moves it to a ball. A 2-1 count now. Rather, as I miscounted that when the pitch that came across on the stolen base was a ball. So 2-1 count with 2 outs on the board. Runner in scoring position at second. Bino stands in awaiting. Manicus deals in the 2-1. Another fastball. High and inside. Bino took a swing at it, but missed it. He was underneath of it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on the board now. Runner at second. Alex Penner stands on base. He's 1 for 3 tonight with a home run. Manicus stares him down. Comes set, the righty. Checks the runner at second and pull. Gives him another look. Deals in the 2-2. Swung on a high pop-up. Foul territory. But it looks like it's going to bounce out of play. And it bounces off the concrete. That was dangerous. That nearly hit somebody over there. I think the closest person to getting hit, however, was Jeremiah the Bullfrog. He's okay, though. No worries, everyone. Although he did lose his tongue the other day. Was playing capture the flag. Someone was grabbing for the flag, and, well, they took the tongue right off of Jeremiah's face. Manicus, the righty, deals in the 2-2. Fastball, line drive to second. Managed it on the first bounce, throw to first in time. Neil Tyrell out there, the second baseman, fields it cleanly on the second bounce, throws it over to first, and it's the third batter retired. That will do it here for the 7th frame. On to the 8th we go. It'll be Anthony Eglin out on the mound for the Bullfrogs in the 8th. Stay tuned. The Bullfrogs lead 5-3. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Get him in the shape of the bowling pin. You can see the bowling alley. So he's going to try hardest to get a strike.
Teams and combinations are brought to you by American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. For toll-free reservations, contact 800-634-3444. American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. Welcome to genuine American hospitality.
Do you need help organizing your medications? Stop in and see us at the O'Connell Pharmacy about our monthly bubble packing system. The O'Connell Pharmacy, our family helping your family.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wisconsin. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne Stadium, top of the 8th inning, about to get underway. The Bullfrogs, they have a lead here, 5-3 over the Rockford Rivets. The Bullfrogs this season are 0-4 against their Illinois foe and are looking to hold on to a victory here tonight. New pitcher out on the mound for the Bullfrogs will be Anthony Eglin. Eglin, the right-handed pitcher out of Trinity College, will look to try to close things out here for the Frogs. Eglin out of Florida was the ace for the Bantams a couple of years ago. Would have his struggles this past season, however, with a 6.50 ERA. Would throw 10 strikeouts in just 6 starts this past season for Trinity. First pitch he throws of the at-bat is swung on a broken bat pop up to short. He fields it on the first bounce, throws it to first in time, one retired. That was Patrick Loeffler, who wasted no time. The first baseman who managed a home run back in the 3rd inning took a big cut at that one, a strong enough swing to break his bat in 2 pieces. It's a little blooper road to shortstop, where Tecco fielded it on the first bounce and threw it across his body to first. one retired. Zach Reams, the designated hitter, now digs in. He's 0 for 2 on the night, would strike out looking his last time up. First pitch he sees of the inning from Anthony Eglin after the ground out. Goes low for a ball, a 1-0 count. Eglin, the righty, kicks the leg, sends in the 1-0, but it runs low. A 2-0 count. Anthony Eglin on the season for the Bullfrogs has come in and pitched well for a few games, but has had his struggles in others. In 14 innings, he has a 6.42 ERA. 2-1 pitch swung on, sliced away foul left side over towards the picnic area. A 2-1 count now. The 2-1. That's a breaking ball that runs well. With 3-1 count now. Zach Reams is dug in for the Rockford Rivets. Reams out of Texas Tech. Prior to Texas Tech would play for Cisco College, where he would have an unreal career. Watches the 3-1 run high, and it's ball 4. The first runner that the Bullfrogs have walked all game, which is quite surprising. The Bullfrogs this season have walked more batters than any other team. I mean, they average close to 6 to 5 walks a game. I mean, they've really struggled, and that's why they have been out of so many ball games, just because they walk so many batters. Goitia's day came to a close after 7 frames. He wouldn't walk a batter in his entire night. Anthony Eglin walks the second batter he faces. He stands over at first. Ryan Hutchinson dug in now for the Rockford Rivets. He's having a pretty good day. 2 for 3 with the home run. Righty stands in, awaits, has a runner on base over at first. 1-0 pitch, swung on, fly ball deep into left. Troy Johnston tracking back at the wall, makes the grab. That one was close to tying the game. Ryan Hutchinson with another shot to left field, about 8 feet away. A couple more workout sessions, and it's a tie ball game here in Green Bay. Ryan Hutchinson's nearly with his second home run of the game. Everyone in the stadium holding their breath. You could feel it. Hunter Fiducia digs in now, and Anthony Eglin deals him a fastball high and wide, 1-0. Fiducia on the day, 1 for 3. 2 flyouts to left, and then he sent a home run over to right. One of the 3 home runs tonight for the Rivets. 1-0 pitch runs inside, 2-0. Of course, a solo shot in the first, third, and 6th. Anthony Eglin nods his head, sends in 2-0. Swung on a line drive into right center field. That's going to drop fair. Bounce off the warning track and get all the way to the wall. They're going to send in the runner from first. Reams rounding third. He's going to come around and score. The Rockford Rivets chip 1 run away from the lead. It's an RBI double for Hunter Fiducia. Now 2 for 4 on the day with 2 RBIs. With 2 outs on the board, that'll bring up Brian Klein. It's just the 5th hit of the night for the Rockford Rivets. Brian Klein, the left-handed hitter, stands in. First pitch he sees, fastball high. A 1-0 count now. Brian Klein 0 for 3 on the day. Would fly out to right his last 2 times up. 1-0 pitch into him. Fastball high and wide, 2-0. We're here in the top of the 8th inning where the Bullfrogs now lead by just 1 run, 5-4. Hunter Fiducia would manage the RBI double to edge the Rivets that much closer. Zach Plunkett, the Arkansas catcher goes out and has a quick word with his right hand and comes back now and crouches behind home plate. Takes a cut at that one. Line drive right field. They're going to send in the runner from second. The throw from right field, not on target. The run comes across to score. Ties up the game here in the top of the 8th inning. It's an RBI single for Brian Klein. The 6th hit of the game for the Rivets. And it's a ball game, folks. Tied up now 5-5 here on this Friday night. The cleanup hitter, J.C. DeMurray, now digs in as the Rivets have put 2 runs across on 2 out with 2 outs on the board. DeMurray stands in, takes a cut at the first pitch. He sees a huge swing, was ready to send that one to the next area code, but missed all of it. A bit early on it, an 0-1 count. 2 hits in a row now for the Rivets. 0-1. Gets away from the catcher, Plunkett. Throw to second. In time, they got him. Zach Plunkett gets the Bullfrogs out of the inning with a throwdown from second. The runner at first and Brian Klein had taken off because the pitch got away from Plunkett. He scrambled around to get the ball, turned and threw, and got Klein just barely. That'll do it for the top of the 8th inning. The Rockford Rivets tie it up, though. It's 5-5 going into the bottom of the 8th. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Hi, folks. This is David from Witt's Piggly Wiggly in Oconto Falls. Are you sick of rising gas prices? Well, at Witt's, we have a solution. When you purchase qualified groceries with blue shelf stickers, and there's hundreds throughout our store, you build up discounts for 15 gallons of gas on your club card. Then, when you fill up at our Pig Stop pumps, just scan your card and watch the gas price drop. So scan your card, shop the blue stickers, and save money on gas at the Pig in Oconto Falls.
They say the great American dream is starting and owning your own business. A lot of you out there right now probably do stuff on the side. Do you regard it just as hobbies and don't even include it on your taxes? What tax savings opportunities are you missing with all the loopholes that the tax code is chock full of? You need someone to drive the bus, as they say, to success. That's 715-735-0583. Milking every last loophole in the tax code for your benefit.
Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin here at Joanne Stadium. Bottom of the 8th inning about to get underway, and folks, we got a ball game. The Rockford Rivets tied up in the top of the 8th with 2 runs. An RBI double from Hunter Fiducia and a RBI single from Brian Klein. That would score Fiducia. Leading off for the Bullfrogs here in this bottom of the 8th inning will be Alex Pinner. On deck, Ben Hart, and in the hole, Riley Smith. Alex Pinner, the first baseman out of Scottsdale Community College, stands in. First pitch he sees. Fastball runs low. 86-mile-per-hour dart there. 1-0. Pinner stands in 1 for 3 on the night. Has that solo shot all the way back in the first inning. Watches that one go by for a strike, a 1-1 count now. The 1-1. Fastball fouled away, back down into the dirt. Rolls back behind home plate. The catcher, Fiducia, picks it up and crouches back behind home plate. A 1-2 count now. No outs on the board. Breeze starts to pick up a bit here in Green Bay. 1-2. Breaking ball way wide. Evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Alex Pinner, the switch hitter batting lefty here, stands in. The righty, Manicus, steals that one in. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 1 out on the board now. That'll bring up Ben Hart, the third baseman. Hart on the night for the Bullfrogs is 0 for 3.
Number 14, Ben Hart.
Hart would ground out to third his last time up in the 6th inning. Takes a cut at the first pitch. He sees fastball found away right side. Back into the backstop. 0-1 and out on the board. Bullfrogs looking to try to get some life. Their offense coming early would get 3 in the first. Would manage 1 in the 3rd and 1 in the 5th inning. Watches the 0-1 go by and finds the lower portion of the zone. 0-2 now. The rivets would come to life in this last inning. 0-2. Runs high, another fastball. That one getting up there. 89 miles per hour from Manicus. So a 1-2 count now with an out on the board. The 1-2 delivery. Fastball way wide. Low in the dirt, evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ben Hart for the Bullfrogs this season comes into the game supporting a batting average around 250. 2-2 pitch way inside. Ben Hart nearly hit in the head by that pitch. I mean, he turned his head to face back towards the stands here to dodge away from it. If he doesn't, it's hitting him in the cheek. Payoff pitch. Comes inside for ball 4. That was close. Just inches from the black there. Manicus thought he had his 2nd strikeout in a row. Ben Hart thought about swinging at it, decided not to, and jogged over to first base. Tossed his bat over towards the dugout. And with 1 out on the board, the Bullfrogs have a runner over at first.
Riley Smith.
Riley Smith, the second baseman, will now dig in. Riley Smith on the night is 0 for 3. 0 for 2, rather. 1-0. Well, 0 for 3 if you count the error that he got on with back in the 4th inning. It's the only time he's been on base tonight. Watches the first one go by. It's a 1-0 count with an out on the board. Hart takes a lead from first. The 1-0 delivery. Swung on and fouled back past the press box. A ball and a strike now. Riley Smith last night for the Bullfrogs would be crowned of the Aurora Bay Care Sports Medicine Player of the Night, as he would go 3 for 4 with 3 singles and 2 stolen bases. Looking for his first hit tonight. 1-1 pitch to him. Fastball finds the outside corner. A 1-2 count now. Riley Smith in just 9 games for the Bullfrogs, batting .324. Has been a nice addition. We'll see if he can keep it up here. Stands in. The Randy out of Minnesota awaits the 1-2 pitch. Fastball way wide. That one in the dirt. Evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Talking about awards and whatnot, Brad Hamilton was awarded a invite to the 2017 Northwoods League All-Star Game. So he'll be out in Wausau come July 18th. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back. 2-2. A little late given that announcement. I probably should have mentioned that one sooner. Hamilton for the season, for the Bullfrogs this season, would bat .315 at the time of the announcement. Has managed 28 hits and 10 RBIs on the year. A much deserving candidate in my eyes. The 2-2 pitch into Smith. Swung on, a fly ball deep into left. That's going back. That's at the track. And that's off the wall. Into the glove of Kean O'Brien. Kean O'Brien with a leaping grab into the concrete wall out into left field. You think that it might be gone off the bat. Then for a moment it looks like it bounces off the wall, and then you take a third look, and sure enough, Kean O'Brien has made another leaping grab into that concrete wall out in the left. That does not feel good, folks. He can feel it now. But with 2 outs on the board now, Richie Tecco digs in. Fastball way inside. Nearly hit Tecco. He has to dodge away from it. A 1-0 count now after the fly out from Smith. Holy smokes, I thought it was gone. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball finds the inside corner. A 1-1 count now with 2 outs on the board. That's the second time tonight that Riley Smith nearly put one over the left field wall. Twice tonight, O'Brien's made the grab against the wall. The 1-1. Fastball runs low and wide just a bit, just below the knees. A 2-1 count now. Smith doesn't seem like a guy that would have power like that. He's not the biggest guy on the team by any means. 2-1. Fastball just finds the black high and wide. That one was close. Even count now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs on the board. Hart takes the lead at first. Manikis deals. Runner off, runs high. Throw to second. In time, Ben Hart caught stealing. The third Bullfrog tonight to get caught stealing, and it will end the inning. On to the 9th we go. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Tied up 5-5. Stay tuned.
Honey, get the camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast.
Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we can use him on special teams.
But not to kick, right?
We'll see.
This summer at Cellcom, save $100 on a new LG G6, and we'll cover your cost to switch from another carrier. Cellcom, built for you. Activation, flex agreement, and data subscription required. Device trade-in required. Restrictions apply. Trademarks and names are property of their respective owners. Visit cellcom.com/save for complete details.
American Lodge and Suites Green Bay West is the ideal location for your next stay, whether you're traveling for business.
Hello and welcome back to Joe Annie Stadium here, top of the 9th inning, about to get underway. It's a close one here in Joe Annie's, as most of the games against the Rockford Rivets have been. The only problem for the Bullfrogs is the fact that the Rivets have managed victories in all of those contests. They have beaten the Bullfrogs all 4 times they have faced off against them this season, 2 of which were one-run ball games. In both of those games, the Bullfrogs would have the lead. Tonight, the Frogs would have a 5-2 lead. However, the Rockford Rivets managed 1 in the top of the 6th, the solo shot, and in this past inning, the top of the 8th inning, a RBI double from Hunter Fiducia scored Zach Reams, and Brian Klein, the next batter up, would manage an RBI single. In the top of the 9th inning, due up for the Rockford Rivets to try to take the lead will be Neil Tyrell, Trevor Paradosky, and Kean O'Brien. Neil Tyrell digs in. He's 0 for 3 on the night. Watches the first one go by for a ball. It's actually J.C. DeMurray who digs in, as a runner and Brian Klein would get caught stealing to end off the top of the 8th inning. So another ball comes across to DeMurray, and it's a 2-0 count here with no outs on the board. DeMurray on the day is currently 0 for 3. He's the cleanup hitter. He takes a cut at the 2-0, but misses. An 83-mile-per-hour fastball from Eglin moves the count to 2 balls and a strike. DeMurray out of Quincy University stands in. 2-1 pitch runs high, and it's a 3-1 count now. The Bullfrogs would lose to the Rockford Rivets 8-7 in their last showdown here in Green Bay. Three-one pitch fouled back, moves it to a full count, 3-2, and would lose 4-5 on the road against the Rivets back on June 24th. DeMurray stands in, waves the bat around awaiting. Eglin comes set, kicks a leg. The payoff, swing and a miss. First batter retired. It's the first strikeout of the game for the right-handed pitcher Anthony Eglin. Has now pitched an inning and a third, allowing 2 earned runs thus far. But grabs a strikeout there, and Neil Tyrell digs in. Tyrell's 0 for 3 on the day, and Paradosky, who is on deck, is as well. Takes a cut at the first pitch he sees, though, and it's a liner in the left. Base hit. So Neil Tyrell now 1 for 4 on the day after the single. It's a blooper over the head of the shortstop, Richie Tecco, and it's into left field. Troy Johnson can't do anything but scoop it up and throw it back in. Notably, a defensive adjustment for the Bullfrogs at the top half of the inning. Willie Bourbon came in to replace Ben Hart at third. Trevor Paradosky digs in. First pitch he sees high and wide. 1-0. Willie Bourbon, notably a bit of a better fielder than Ben Hart this season, so a defensive adjustment by Sabo. The 1-0. Runs low for ball 2, a 2-0 count now. And out on the board and a runner over at first in Tyrell. We're tied up 5-5 here in the top of the ninth. Paradosky, the left-handed hitter with an open stance, awaits. The 2-0. Fastball runs low. He's ahead in the count now. 3 balls and no strikes. Paradosky out of Texas Tech. Just finished up his freshman season. The lefty awaits the 3-0 pitch to him. That misses. Ball 4, and Chris Sabo is going to come out and relieve Anthony Eglin. There's 2 runners on with an out on the board. Sabo points to the bullpen, and it will be Darren Kelly who comes out to end things for the Frogs. We're going to step aside for the pitching change. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
American Lodge and Suites Green Bay West is the ideal location for your next stay, whether you're traveling for business or pleasure. They are proud to provide the amenities you want most and deliver them at the highest level possible, starting with comfortable, quieter guest rooms. Welcome to genuine American hospitality.
1, 2,
How many?
1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin, here at Joanne Stadium. Top of the ninth inning, 1 out on the board and 2 runners on. It's Neil Tyrell at second. He got on due to the single to left, and Trevor Paradosky on first. He was walked by Anthony Eglin. The Bullfrogs have made the Cellcom call to the bullpen, and Darren Kelly is out on the bump now for the Frogs. The right-handed pitcher out of Alabama State so far this season has been great for the Bullfrogs. Has the best ERA on the team, in fact. In 11 appearances, he has pitched 13 2/3 innings. Has allowed 11 hits, 2 earned runs, has walked just 3, and struck out 12. Has 2 saves on the season and an 0-0 record. That's good for a 1.31 ERA. Due up for the Rockford Rivets will be Keane O'Brien. O'Brien on the night is 0 for 3, but I think the Rockford Rivets better let him get a seat to himself on the bus home tonight, as he has played a great defensive game. 2 great plays out and left tonight for O'Brien. Darren Kelly comes set, sends in a fastball, finds the zone. He's ahead in the count, 0-1. Of course, Keane O'Brien with 2 leaping grabs in front of the Bud Lights signage out and left, which could have been 2 runs for the Bullfrogs. Darren Kelly checks the runner at second, sends in the 0-1. A breaking ball way wide, trying to get O'Brien to chase there. He stood still, however, and the count is a ball and a strike. Kelly stands in. Checks Tyrell at second, takes a deep breath. Sends it in the 1-1. Fastball that runs high and inside. A 2-1 count now. Darren Kelly has been a fantastic closer for the Bullfrogs this season. As mentioned, has allowed just 2 earned runs in his 11 appearances. Takes a breath, sends in the 2-1. Swung on, a fly ball deep into left. Tracking back is Troy Johnson. He has the read, makes the grab. Runner at second will not tag up, however, as Troy Johnson probably has one of the strongest arms on the team out there in left field. Probably the right decision by Tyrell to stay at second there. Elects not to tag up in advance. So 2 outs on the board now. Here in the top of the 9th inning. Darren Kelly retires the first batter he sees. It was a well-hit ball out to left. However, it's in the glove of Johnston. Patrick Loeffler now digs in. He's 1 for 3 with a solo shot. First pitch to him. Fastball just misses the zone. Where was that? I thought that was in there. Must have just missed wide. It's a 1-0 count. Kelly deals in the 1-0. That one sliced away left side. Kelly ahead in the count now, or rather, no, he's not. I forgot that one went by for a ball. Excuse me, a ball and a strike. Strike zone has made relatively small tonight from the home plate umpire. The 1-1. Fastball, belting little blooper over to first. Alex Pinner's got it, and he steps on first base. It's a hard-hit grounder over to first base. In fact, breaks the bat of Patrick Loeffler. Alex Pinner makes the grab and beats out Loeffler to the bag. Darren Kelly gets out of it. Has 2 runners on with 1 out on the board. Retires the 2 batters he faced. On to the bottom of the 9th inning, folks. Bullfrogs tied up 5-5. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
At 24/7 Well and Pump Service, we mean just that. Water will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407, and a licensed professional will come out to your site, whether it is a water system installation, repair, well inspection, or install underground water lines. They'll be there. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407. We're in the O'Connell Falls area Yellow Pages. 24/7 Well and Pump Service, Fireside Road, O'Connell Falls.
Do you feel like you're paying too much for your medication? Stop in at O'Connell Pharmacy and see our pharmacist, Ron or Poom, about our cost minimization program. We can save you some money. The O'Connell Pharmacy, our family helping your family.
Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Bottom of the 9th inning about to get underway. We are all tied up 5-5. The Bullfrogs can manage a run. They're going to grab their first victory in 5 games. Coming into the game today, they're on a 4-game skid. They've been swept their past 2 series. Due up for the Frogs will be the 8-9-1 hitters. Richie Tecco digs in for the Bullfrogs. So far on the day, he's 0 for 3. Would reach on base off of an error in the 5th. First pitch he sees, fastball low, 1-0. It is still George Manicus out of the mound for the Rockford Rivets. He's pitched well thus far for the Rivets. has allowed just one single. 1-0 pitch, swung on a slicer, foul right side, over towards the first base camera over there, in fact, over by the bullpen. And it moves the count even, a ball and a strike here. The 1-1 into Tecco. Fastball right across the plate. 1-2. Tecco knew it as the second it got into the glove. Kind of bounced out of the batter's box, wishing he would have swung at it. The 1-2 into Tecco. Another fastball. Slow grounder to second. Tyrell has it. The throw to first in time. Beats out Tecco by a step. One retired will bring up Zach Plunkett, the catcher, who is 0 for 3 on the day.
Number 33, Zach Plunkett.
Zach Plunkett, the catcher out of the University of Arkansas. Last night would manage his second home run of the season, a solo shot. However, on the season, he has struggled batting below 175. The righty stands in. First pitch to him. Fastball wide. 1-0. Plunkett draws the X across the plate and stands in. 1-0. Swung on, fouled away, past the backstop. Evens the count, a ball and a strike. One out on the board. Nobody on. On deck for the Bullfrogs is Alonzo Jones. The 1-1 pitch into Plunkett. Swung on, liner to the shortstop. He made the play. Trevor Paradosky there to grab the second out. A well-hit frozen rope up the middle of the field by Plunkett, but a better defensive play by Paradosky. Was on it early. Saw exactly where it was. Off the bat. Took a few steps to his left and made the grab. 2 outs on the board now. Bullfrogs looking to make some magic here in the bottom of the ninth. Alonzo Jones stands in. Launches one run high and wide. 1-0. Jones on the day, 2 for 3. Has 2 singles and has been walked. 1-0 pitch to him. Fastball that finds the zone. 87-mile-per-hour dart from Manikis. Has pitched great so far tonight for the Rivets. A 1-1 count. The delivery into Jones. Swung on, fouled off the end of the bat to the third baseman, Klein, who bobbles it. Jones gets on base. Another error over there by Brian Klein. He has struggled tonight at the third base bag for the Rivets. That's his third error of the night for the Rivets. Tanner Bull, the right fielder out of Mississippi State, now digs in. Tanner Poole on the season for the Bullfrogs. Comes into the game supporting a .271 batting average. Has 1 home run on the season and 7 RBIs. Alonzo Jones over at first. He's the fastest player in the Northwoods League. Has 7 stolen bases on his short season in a Frogs uniform. He takes a lead at first. The 1-0. That one found the zone. 1-1. George Manikis doesn't seem too worried about Jones. Tanner Poole on the night is 2 for 4 with 2 singles and 2 strikeouts. Manikis comes set. Throws back to first. Now he's worried about Jones. Jones stands back safely. You missed it earlier. Alonzo Jones over at first runs at 6-1-60. He takes the lead over at first. Pacing back and forth. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled back into the backstop. Tanner Poole frustrated with himself for getting underneath that one. And it's a 1-2 count. George Manicus trying to get out of it here for his Rivets. There's a right-hander warming up in the pen for the Rivets. Throw back to first. Jones back safely. Gets away from the first baseman. Jones off for second. He's going to get there easily. Runner in scoring position now for the Bullfrogs. A single could easily score Alonzo Jones. He doesn't even have to steal the bag. It's a throw that goes back to first and gets away from Patrick Loeffler. The second throwing error against Rivets pitchers tonight. Tanner Poole now stands in. Infield playing way back. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. A big fist pump from George Manicus. And the Bullfrogs leave one stranded in scoring position. It's the third strikeout of the night from Tanner Poole. And the Bullfrogs will be going into the 10th inning. We're all tied up here, 5-5. Free baseball, folks. Stay tuned. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Insurance, you'll profit from the knowledge and experience at the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls. You'll benefit from their thorough analysis of the insurance that you really need. They'll recommend the companies and policies that are the best for you. At the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, they specialize in complete coverage of all your insurance needs. Call the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls.
When you're looking for the perfect game for your appetite, look no further than Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizzas. Made with premium meats and veggies, then topped with over half a pound of 100% fresh, real mozzarella cheese made right here in Wisconsin, every Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizza is a home run. Made with the hungry in mind, Brew Pub pizzas are big, bold, and belong in the big leagues of the frozen pizza industry. Enjoy a delicious piece of Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizza right now from the concession stand or pick one up at your local favorite grocery store. Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizzas, the ingredients for a great time.
Hello and welcome back to Joe Annie Stadium here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's the first extra inning game here in Joe Annie Stadium. The Bullfrogs currently tied up with the Rockford Rivets 5-5. Due up for the Rivets here in the top of the 10th inning will be the designated hitter, Zach Reams. So it'll be 9-1-2 for the Rivets, their meat of the lineup coming up. Zach Reams on the day is 0 for 2 with a walk. Watches the first one go by low, 1-0. Darren Kelly still out on the mound for the Bullfrogs, and a couple right-hander in the bullpen for the Frogs throwing around to get ready. 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. The Bullfrogs coming into this game, of course, on a 4-game skid. Nearly desperate for a win. Kelly kicks a leg, sends in the 1-1. That's a fastball. It finds the outside corner. A 1-2 count now. Kelly would come into the game in the 9th inning with 2 runners on and an out on the board, but would retire the first 2 batters he faced, ending the inning. 1-2. Fastball way wide. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. First strikeout of the game for Darren Kelly. Retires the first batter. That'll bring us back up to the top of the lineup. And Ryan Hutchinson's. Hutchinson's led off the game with a solo shot to left. Would get on base in the 3rd with a single. And then would line out to left his last time up. Watches the first one go by, a 1-0 count. Hutchinson's stands in the 1-0 pitch to him. Way inside. An 86-mile-per-hour dart that Hutchinson's has to scoot back away from. A 2-0 count now. The 2-0 to him. Swung on a pop-up in the infield. In fact, behind home plate, Plunkett throws the mask, gets underneath of it, but can't make the play. It's behind home plate. It's in a position where Plunkett kind of has to start jogging to get underneath of it, and he overran it. landed behind him. He's frustrated. Emphatically throws the ball back towards his dugout. He thought that should have been out number 2. Hutchinson digs back in with some new life after fouling that one away. Fouls away the next one as well. A fastball slicer right side past the concession stand. Evens the count up. We're at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Darren Kelly rocks back, sends in the 2-2, wasting no time. Swung on, fly ball right side, foul. That gets out of the stadium into the parking lot. Kelly already set, waiting for Hutchinson to stand back in. He does, and Kelly rocks back and deals into him. 2-2, outside for a ball. A full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hutchinson's fighting to stay alive. Batting .265 on the year. Payoff pitch. Runs low for ball 4. And Hutchinson's works his way into a walk. Nearly pops out to the catcher, which would have been out number 2. Fought off a few pitches in a row. And managed ball 4. Gets the base on balls. He's over at first. Hunter Fiducia, the catcher, now digs in. Is 2 for 4 on the night with a home run and an RBI double. Has been good tonight. First pitch he sees. Fastball inside. A 1-0 count. Darren Kelly, the right-hander out of Alabama State, checks the runner over at first. Comes set, takes a deep breath. Sends in the 1-0. Swung on, a bouncing ball into right. Tracking back is Tanner Poole. He can't do nothing but look up. It's a 2-run shot for Hunter Fiducia. His second home run of the game, and it's the go-ahead. The Rockford Rivets take a 7-5 lead here in the top of the 10th inning. It's just the second home run that Darren Kelly has allowed all season. And Fiducia absolutely sends a moonshot over the right field wall. It's the 3rd home run for Fiducia. Coming into the game, had just 1. He's going to leave with 3 times that amount. 1-0 count. Swung on. That's a pop-up into shallow left. Troy Johnston gets underneath of it and makes the play. 2 outs on the board here. The Rockford Rivets, after going down in this game 5-2, have stormed back and scored 5 unanswered runs. 1 in the top of the 6th, 2 in the top of the 8th, and then 2 more in the top of the 10th. They lead 7-5. J.C. DeMurray digs in. First pitch he sees. Fastball across Broadway, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch, a breaking ball that misses high. Evens the count, a ball and a strike. Stadium here has gone silent after the 2-run homer. 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. It was the 4th home run of the night for the Rivets. The 5th overall as the Bullfrogs have one. 1-2 pitch runs wide. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And if my calculations are correct, that is more home runs combined than the Bullfrogs have all seen all season. 2-2, wide, full count. Of course, here at Joe Annie Stadium only, of course. 5 home runs on the night. I guarantee it that's the amount we've seen all season here at Joe Annie's. 4 from the Rivets tonight. The payoff pitch to Murray. Another fastball. That misses high and wide. Just missing the black. Another runner on for the Rivets. As Kelly walks his second batter of the inning. That'll bring up Neil Tyrell, the second baseman, who got things started in the 9th inning with a walk, or rather a base hit, would be moved to second with a walk, and that's when Kelly would leave both of those runners stranded. First pitch he throws to Tyrell. as a fastball way wide. One 0 count. DeMurray takes the lead over at first. This is the first time he's gotten on base all night. 1-0. Fastball that misses wide also. A 2-0 count here, 2 outs on the board. Top of the 10th inning. As we are here in extras, Bullfrogs trail 7-5. The 2-0 to Tyrell. Another ball. 3 straight balls now from Kelly. A bit rattled after the 2-run homer. J.C. DeMurray takes his lead from first. Kelly comes set. The righty from Alabama State takes a deep breath and sends in the 3-0. Fastball right across the plate that time. There's the zone. 3-1. Darren Kelly this past year for the Hornets would appear in just 10 innings. Would strike out 13. 3-1. Fastball wide for ball 4. And the runner decides to not take off for third. He thought about it after the walk. The pitch that comes across was way wide, got away from Plunkett. A large turn from DeMurray. He thought about taking off for third. But 2 outs on the board and 2 runners on here. Darren Kelly has walked 2 straight batters, his third walk of the inning. Bullfrogs have now walked 5 batters on the night. Notably, going into the 8th inning, the Bullfrogs had walked none. As the starter for the Frogs tonight, despite the fact he gave up 3 home runs, pitched a great night for the Frogs. Just allowed 4 hits throughout his entirety on the mound. Of course, 3 of those being home runs, so 3 earned runs against Goitia. However, he had to come out due to a pinches limit, of course. And the Bullfrogs now trail 7-5. Paradosky stands in, swings at the first pitch he sees, line drive to center. Alonzo Jones has it and gets the Frogs out of the inning. They leave 2 stranded, but 2 come across for the Rivets. They lead 7-5. Put on your rally caps, Bullfrogs fans. Frogs looking to get back into this one. They trail 7-5. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Triangle Distributing is a diversified distributor of high-quality beverages that is focused on providing customer satisfaction, service with well-trained personnel that drives the market through teamwork, goals, and strong relationships.
Combine the flavors of Italy with the heart of the Irish, add some Chicago flair, and you've got Gallagher's Pizza. For the best Chicago-style pizza north of the Illinois border, Gallagher's Pizza is your destination. Call now for delivery or pickup in Green Bay and De Pere. Gallagher's Pizza, home of the best lunch buffet in town.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Hello and welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin. New pitcher out on the mound here in the 10th inning for the Rockford Rivets. It is number 19, Dylan Stutzman. Stutzman, the junior out of Indianapolis, has been great so far this season for the Rockford Rivets. Stutzman already has a save against the Bullfrogs this season. Looking to close things out and grab another one. 2 up for the Bullfrogs here in the bottom of the 10th inning. are some good hitters for the Frogs. It'll be Troy Johnston, and Kyle Bino, and Alex Pinner. Johnson stands in, the left-handed hitter out of Gonzaga University. He's 2 for 4 on the day with 2 RBIs. First pitch he sees, fastball wide, 1-0. Stutzman on the season, posting a 3.78 ERA. 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed. A nice changeup from Stutzman's there, fools him. He's early. 1-1 count, no outs on the board. Just got underway with our first extra inning game here. Troy Johnston swings at the 1-1 pitch, a fly ball to right, foul. Well hit ball by Troy Johnston. Travels a little too far over to the right. Lands in the Liney's deck, but not in the club seating in the Liney's deck. That would be a home run. A 1-2 count now, no outs on the board. Stutzman deals in the 1-1, fastball high. Evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Johnson stands in. 2-2. Swung on a slow grounder to second. Tyrell scoops it. Throw to first in time. 1 retired. Rivets now 2 outs away from a victory over the Bullfrogs. That'll bring up Kyle Bino, the designated hitter. Bino on the night is 1 for 4 with an RBI double. That coming back in the 3rd inning, their lone run of that inning. The Bullfrogs have not scored in 4 straight frames. Took a 3-1 lead after the first. Bino swings at the first pitch he sees and misses 0-1. Then a 4-2 lead after the third. They take a 5-2 lead in the 5th, but have not scored since. They trail 7-5. 0-1 to Bino. Swung on, popped up foul right side. He falls down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. And out on the board and nobody on. Kyle Bino, the right-handed hitter out of Youngstown State, looking to get on base here for the Frogs to give him a chance. 0-2. Breaking ball way wide. And a bit low as well. 1-2. Here to Bino now. He digs in. Slaps his bat down on home plate and awaits. The 1-2. Breaking ball wide. Nice pitch from Stutzman there. That one almost broke back in. Or rather, just caught the black, I should say. It's an even count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stutzman rocks back. Sends in the 2-2. That's low in the dirt. So Bino works his way back into the count after going down 0-2. It's a full count now. Bino this past season for Youngstown State would manage 8 home runs and 28 RBIs. The payoff to him. Breaking ball finds the inside corner. Strike 3. Bino can't believe it. Throws his bat down behind home plate. Takes a long look at the home plate umpire and storms back into the dugout. Rockford Rivets now 1 out away from grabbing the victory here over the Bullfrogs. They scored 5 unanswered runs. Alex Pinner would like to change that. He digs in. He's 1 for 4 on the day with a home run. Would manage the solo shot in his first at-bat of the game back in the first. Watches the first one run wide, 1-0. 1-0 to him. Swung on a grounder, right side, foul. It's a bouncer over towards Mike Ramazzotti, the first base coach for the Bullfrogs. Pinner stands in, supporting the white batting gloves tonight. Shin guard on his right leg. The 1-1 to him. Fastball, swung on and missed. A 1-2 count now. Rivets an out away from grabbing the victory. Alex Pinner awaits. The 1-2 from Stutzman. Fouled away. Pinner stays alive. Standing on deck for the Bullfrogs would be Riley Smith, who is 0 for 4 on the day, but has 2 well-hit balls to left. Pinner awaits. Stutzman deals in the 1-2. Fastball finds the outside corner. Strike 3. Pinner slams his bat down, frustrated. That's the end of the game. The Rockford Rivets grab the comeback victory over the Green Bay Bullfrogs. They beat the Frogs 7-5 here on the road. They have now won all 5 contests against the Bullfrogs. The Frogs dropped to 0-3 on the second half of the season, and the Rockford Rivets improved to 2-1. The losing pitcher on tonight for the Bullfrogs would be Darren Kelly, and the winning pitcher for the Rockford Rivets would be the pitcher that came in and pitched some great innings for the Rivets, George Manicus. That'll do it here in Green Bay for the Northwoods stream. For those of you that tuned in on the Northwoods League webcast, thanks for tuning in. As always, this was Nolan Knight. For those of you on the WOCO sports stream, stay tuned for the postgame show. Bullfrogs drop their 5th game in a row, 7-5 against the Rockford Rivets. You're listening to the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
Over the past 60 years, Triangle Distributing has maintained itself as a leader in the market as it has responded to the changes in product innovation and consumer demands. It is in this commitment to employees, customers, community, and supplier partners that has enabled them to remain one of the best and most respected distributors in our state.
Wisconsin law requires all youth athlete organizations to educate coaches, athletes, and parents on the risks of concussions and head injuries. The law prohibits participation in a youth activity until the athlete and parents have signed an agreement sheet indicating they have reviewed concussion and head injury information materials. The Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction has published a Sideline to Safety guidelines for youth athletic organizations. Visit the WIAA website to learn more at www.wiaawi.org.
Welcome back to Green Bay, Wisconsin, here at Joanne Stadium. Bullfrogs lose to the Rockford Rivets 7-5. They are now 0-5 against the Rockford Rivets this season, and for the 3rd time, they lose by less than 3 runs. This one, despite not being a 1-run loss, is an extra inning loss, their first extra inning loss of the season. They would win their lone other game that went to extras, and then would have a walk-off victory in a game where they were down by 1 in the 9th. Those have been the closest so far this year. However, this is the first one that goes to extras that they lose. It's a 2-run shot by Fiducia in the top of the 10th inning that does it. Fiducia with 2 homers on the night. He goes 3 for 5 for the Rockford Rivets and a very impressive showing. The Rivets win one last time, your final 7-5. We're going to take a look at the scores around the league and then give you your in-depth look at the box score and your Award Bay Care Sports Medicine Player of the Night. The Wisconsin Rapids Raptors beat the Lakeshore Chinooks on the road 3-2. The St. Cloud Rocks drop a game to the Waterloo Bucks 14-4. The Eau Claire Express are trailing the Rochester Honkers 6-10. That one in the bottom of the 8th. The Wilmer Stars drop a game to the Mankato Moondogs 5-11. The Duluth Huskies lose to the La Crosse Loggers 5-6. In the bottom of the 8th inning, the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders, who notably are off to a great start, are currently beating the Kenosha Kingfish 6-3. The Kalamazoo Growlers tied up with the Wisconsin Woodchucks 8-8 in the top of the 9th. And the Madison Mallards lose to the Battle Creek Bombers 0-3. The Thunder Bay Border Cats, they are trailing the Bismarck Larks 2-4. And your final here in Green Bay in the 10th inning, extra inning game, the Rockford Rivets beat the Green Bay Bullfrogs 7-5. Your losing pitcher on the night was Darren Kelly. He allowed the 2-run shot in the 10th inning. Your winning pitcher on the night, George Manicus, and your saving pitcher for the evening is Dylan Stutzman. an in-depth look at the box score presented by the Knight family. So far tonight, as we're waiting for things to go final, we'll go off the old school look. Alonzo Jones went 2 for 4 on the night with 2 singles, 2 stolen bases, 3 runs, and a walk. Tanner Poole on the afternoon goes 2 for 5 with 3 strikeouts and a run scored. Troy Johnston, he had a pretty good night. He went 2 for 4 with, or rather 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Kyle Bino went 1 for 5 with an RBI and a double. Alex Pinner on the night goes 1 for 5 with a home run. Ben Hart on the night, he went 0 for 3 with a walk. Riley Smith went 0 for 4, but got on base due to an error and was caught stealing. He was robbed of 2 doubles by the left fielder Keane O'Brien of the Rockford Rivets. Richie Tecco, the shortstop tonight for the Bullfrogs, went 0 for 4, and Zach Plunkett went 0 for 4. Notable box scores for the Rockford Rivets real fast. Hunter Fiducia goes 3 for 5 with 2 home runs. Ryan Hutchinson, he managed to go 2 for 4 with a home run and a walk. Brian Klein managed to go 1 for 5 with an RBI. Neil Tyrell, he went 1 for 4 with a walk. And Keane O'Brien went 0 for 4. Patrick Loeffler, he went 1 for 4 on the night with a home run. The Green Bay Bullfrogs would take a 5-2 lead in this game. They allowed a run in the top of the 7th, 2 runs in the top of the 8th, and then 2 more in the top half of the 10th. Do it. It's a go-ahead 2-run shot from Hunter Fiducia on the top of the 10th inning. That is the difference. Your Aurora Baycare Sports Medicine player of the game is probably going to have to be Alonzo Jones. 2 for 4 on the night with 2 singles, 2 stolen bases, a walk, and 3 runs for the Bullfrogs. Got on base his first 3 times, leading things off. In fact, got on base 4 times as he reached on an error in the 9th. That will do it here in Green Bay. Thanks to Larry back in the studio for helping me out throughout the game. Thanks to all of you that tuned in tonight, wherever you are. I hope you have a good weekend. It's Friday tonight. We'll be back tomorrow right here in Joe Annie Stadium for Game 2 against the Rockford Rivets. The Green Bay Bullfrogs will look to bounce back as they are 0-3 in the second half of the season and on a 5-game losing streak. Tomorrow's game here in Green Bay set for 6:35. We'll catch you then. As always, this is Nolan Knight. It's a pleasure calling Green Bay Bullfrog baseball. Peace.
Is the frozen pizza that you're eating at home tired and worn out? It just doesn't have its stuff anymore. Its toppings are low and inside while the cheese is chin music. The time has come, friends, to make the switch. Make the call to the Brew Pub Bullpen. Bring in the relief and get the win with Brew Pub Lots of Matza pizzas. Made with premium toppings, then smothered in over half a pound of fresh 100% Wisconsin-made mozzarella cheese, Brew Pub Lots of Matza pizzas are the ingredients for a great time. Find us online at brewpubpizza.com, on Facebook at Brew Pub Pizza, or follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Brew Pub Pizza. Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents Margie Dahl and Oconto and Paul Huberty and Lena can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business, agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty can help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So, for all your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm agents Margie Dahl at 834-5151 and Paul Huberty at 829-5555.
Did you hear? We've branched into your living room. This is Beth Larson from the Stevenson National Bank and Trust. Our e-branch at snbt.com lets you manage your money 24/7 from the comfort of your home. Apply for loans, check your balances, and even open accounts. Don't waste another minute. Visit snbt.com now to take advantage of all the convenience of our eBranch offers from the Stevenson National Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog, was a good friend of mine.
That has been Green Bay Bullfrog Baseball on WOCO Stereo FM. Today's game being brought to you by 24/7 Well and Pump, Islandfeld, Saskatchewan, and Anderson, the NAW Credit Union, O'Connell Pharmacy, the O'Connell Falls Insurance, Stevenson National Bank and Trust, and Wits Piggly Wiggly. Also by America Inn, Brew Pub Pizza, Cellcom, Tri-City Glass, and Triangle Distributing. Stay tuned for more Green Bay Bullfrog Baseball on 107.1 WOCO Stereo FM. Have a great day.